Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live, and it's a terrific Tuesday night, and we are hitting NXT New Year's Evil tonight. It's going to be a fun one. I will remind you, we are the Wrestling for Life Network, your alternative commentary to all the wrestling, the channel that just watches more live wrestling than anyone else out there. So, we got a big card ahead. We're going to get into it. We're going to be your live reaction to all the action. So strap on, strap in, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. And folks, let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We're live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. It's a pleasure to be here again. Me and that pretty face are going to take you through all the action tonight. We got so much going on. A nice card, a stacked card. We even got an anonymous or a mystery participant, if you will. So we are going to get into who that is or who it could be. But in just a short time, the show will kick off. Make sure you get in that chat. Say hello. Don't be shy. Don't be a stranger. And make sure you hit like and subscribe. But I will remind you, I'm Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and that is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream, Champions of the World, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick. And yes, again, we get another Night 2 Electric Boogaloo of basically mini pay-per-view for WWE coming out of the gate in 2024. Firing, literally in flames, as you see on our screens.
In flames.
But we've got a TBA, we've got a servant or stable hand, I guess, match. I hope I use the correct term. We've got the women's title on the line. We've got the men's title on the line. I think it's going to be time to whoop that trick, by the way.
Tonight could be the night. I mean, especially with all this kind of build up and Ilja being potentially injured, sort of not really, but he's going to fight through it. This will be very interesting. One or two things can go down with this one, Nick. We either get Ilja successfully defending because of Carmelo, or we get finally Trick coming to the peak of the mountain.
Oh, I think we get a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Okay,
I think we could end up with a potential situation a la Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano. Very much, I know, I think Eric said it in the chat, and probably some other people have said it too. I think we still get a Carmelo heel turn tonight in the way of,
regardless.
You did it, my guy. You won it. You won it. Oh, my God, so great. Let me hug it out with you. And then into the Titantron you go.
That's very NXT-ish. We saw it with KO Sammy. We've seen it with Johnny and Tomasa. So, yeah, dude. We said it first. It's here. It's recorded. So
stamp our flag there. So if that happens, you know who said it first.
There we go. There we go. So that will be interesting. Of course, you said there's also the women's title on the line as the Bird Lady, Lyra, will take on Blair Davenport. I actually think the Bird Lady is going to retain on this one. I don't think they're done with her yet as champ.
I do agree with that to an extent. Maybe Blair wins, and then we get a bit more of a challenge. We get a back and forth, or does she just straight out dominant champion?
No, I don't know if she. Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good battle, but I think it's going to end up with Lyra pulling it out. It's going to add to her resume.
But then, who does she go after next?
I think there's a lot coming up. I mean, there's a good amount of baby faces. Maybe Tiffany circles back because she hasn't seen her belt in a hot minute. You got Kiana James in the mix as well. Who's been booked a lot in that heel role. Maybe
Fallon.
Yeah, maybe. Well, Fallon's kicking around as well. Gigi's kind of tied up with someone else. Very interesting. Now, Blair could win. I mean, that could set up her and Roxy for the belt. Interesting. I mean, it's funny to go into this show and have both titles kind of in contention, but legitimately, we could see both changing hands.
Right, but that's, again, just goes to the statement that I've stood on for the longest time, standing on business of NXT is your best week in and week out, most consistent wrestling show out there.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how tonight goes. I know, was it last week or the week before we were like, they might have bucked the trend a little.
You're right. Maybe not so hot.
We'll forgive. Now, one of the biggest stories about tonight is Dragon Lee and visa issues. He has a working visa. It just has not arrived. So he will not be on the show tonight. And we have a TBD in his place. And the world is abuzz of who it could be.
I think it's very easy to predict who it's going to be. At least I hope. I know we're both excited for it. I think, especially after he tweeted out earlier today about how he's very clearly done with one company.
Yep.
I think Andrade is coming out tonight, 100%.
Yeah. No, it definitely got that feel. And again, as a big fan of what Andrade did last time he was in NXT, and even if tonight's just a pit stop on his way back to the main roster, I'm all for it. I mean, we're talking about a lot of people tomorrow night. Apparently, there's going to be a debut. We'll see how that plays out, if it does play out. So, yeah, I mean, it's crazy time in wrestling. We're kicking off. You know, we got The Rock last night. We've had other surprises. Now we're getting into tonight, where you could get another free agent moving to another company. And then tomorrow, Friday, God, it just does not stop, sir.
Not at all. Now, I have a question for everybody out there. When you went out to eat last night, did you sit at the booth, at the bar, or at the head of the table?
Right.
Boy, howdy, has Dwayne showing up gotten all of the conversations going.
What a kerfuffle over one sentence. It was pretty, considering there was a lull in that whole segment of like, all right, what are we going to do here? You know, kind of definitely ended it with a bang, and it got everybody instantly buzzing. And everywhere you go, I'm getting DMs, I'm getting, you know, tagged and stuff of like Mania, Elimination Chamber, both. We don't know. Right. Oh my
God. Everything. It's for the title. It's not for the title.
Yeah.
So I like it. I was going to say, if I had to right now put my odds on what's going to be the case, and I could be completely wrong, is Chamber not for the title. That seems to be the strong case right now. Again,
why wouldn't it be for the title?
Change in 20 minutes. What?
I'm a little confused. I think it's going to be Chamber as well. I think the perfect way to do this is Cody wins at Chamber, like the actual Elimination Chamber, to call his shot. Punk wins at Rumble, and for 60,000 people in Perth, Australia, you get Roman versus The Rock for the title. Like, I'd put the title on the line.
But he didn't mention the title, and that's where some people are going.
He didn't mention shit.
Because he specifically mentioned the head of the table thing. I think if they're more getting at that, even say if we were still to get it at Mania, and we didn't say Roman wasn't champion going into Mania, but we still got Roman versus Dwayne, that would still be a fantastic match. That's still probably a marquee, main event match.
The way I think it plays out in my head, because Australia is a big show, it's not your typical, you know, in between pay-per-view, that I thought they might do it there. And if by Roman beating The Rock, claiming like the legit head of the table, whether his title's on the line or not, but the assumption is he would defend his title. And then he goes on to Mania, and Cody's got a big bad villain coming off the heels of beating one of the best ever going into Mania. I like how that plays out.
Oh, absolutely. I think, like you said, well, whether the title's on the line or not, Roman gets that win, and he's now the even bigger, badder villain than the one you faced last year.
The only thing I find very interesting about the Roman scenario, and a few people have brought this up to me, is he is so close to that Hogan record, which would keep him champion till like the fall. That makes me so nervous. That are they aiming for that? Now, maybe that was a Vince thing and Trips doesn't care. I don't know. But if their plan is for Roman to, like, I don't know how they get there and not have people riot.
That's the best response I can come up with, is just a sound. Because it's literally like, I don't know how you make a case. Like, it really would be one of those things, unless you've got so much else going on that, because everyone's going to cut to the clip now of The Rock when he was on like College Game Day or something, and he was talking about the potential match between him and Roman. He's like, if we were going to do that, it wouldn't just be for the match, it would be setting up, you know, stuff that's going to still extrapolate beyond that. Now, whether that includes more Dwayne, or if that's more he plays a part into a bigger story or anything like that, that remains to be seen.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think part of my first thought was it would be a one-off, right? But then again,
everybody thought that.
yeah, I think everyone's thinking that. Yeah, very interesting. I know I saw so many people's reaction of like, poor Cody. Oh, Cody's kicking the wall right now. Cody's punching the wall right now. The memes, the gifs, like just
He just turned into CM Punk, and the fact that I'm not in the main event, but Dwayne is.
right. So, and I know a lot of people suggested, well, just Cody night 1, Rock night 2, or vice versa. And I've been adamantly against that, especially with so much talent on the roster right now. Yeah, I don't love double dip and Roman pause.
Yeah, no, never double dip. You don't double, to quote Seinfeld, never double
Right,
dip.
never double dip, right?
Right.
Let's real quickly, we're going to say hi to the chat. Scott, who was rocking a Wrestling for Life t-shirt out and about last night. I did see the pic, so thank you to one of our loyal friends. Go get yourself a t-shirt. Be a Scott. What's up, Damien, Mr. Hopium, Trinity, aka Naomi? This is a big story going around today. I don't know where it came from. I don't know who the original source was, but people are expecting Naomi to transition back to the WWE.
And I feel like as Anthony sent that message, he broke his heart.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, oh, I feel for Anthony if that's the case.
Yeah. No, it's a tough one. She's done really well. Now, but also part of me thought, could this play in, like, we saw Mickie James show up as the Knockouts champion for a Rumble. Could it kind of be this playful relationship where she's not necessarily out of TNA, but she is going to do some work?
Well, 100%. We could see that, like you said, right there with Mickie James. We saw it to where Endeavor, the parent company, obviously, of TKO and all of that, is setting up the streaming service for Impact as for TNA. Sorry, don't need to dead name a company.
Well,
but
it still exists for now.
Yeah, but it's setting up the streaming service for them, so you could see maybe that I scratch your back, you scratch my back type deal.
Yeah.
And Hunter's always been a guy that's going to want to work with other companies. We've seen that, obviously. Of now, we've got the deal with All Japan. We're hearing talks of them setting up something with Stardom. He's not the Vince closed off mindset. He's willing to what's best for business.
Right. Vince was very much, this is our island and stay the fuck off it, and nothing beyond this island matters. So, yeah, Triple H definitely has a different approach to that. So that will be very interesting. And again, kind of with all the, Mercedes Monet rumors going around, this one kind of came out of left field because I thought Trinity, we nominated her for, one of our, our female of the year. She had a solid year. She won the title. She defended it well. So, yeah, I mean, it would be kind of an unfortunate loss for TNA.
Oh, absolutely. I think even like Sports Illustrated had her in like it was either one of the top female awards or even top wrestler awards. I know they had her high up, and she was like the only Impact wrestler on any of their lists.
Yeah.
She's very much established herself as a top women's competitor in Impact. So it would be a big loss, I feel, for Impact. Yeah, for sure. And especially in Flux. Deonna Purrazzo is a free agent right now.
That as well.
Yeah, you heard me.
Oh no, I thought you I thought you were doing correcting my stupid pronunciation again.
No, I was literally saying that's also going to hurt as well because you've also got Deonna leaving.
No, that makes way more sense.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you still have Jordynne Grace who can, run this division and be the face of this division, but you're going to need some moving parts. Will you bring in a Dana Brooke? Will you bring back Emma? Is Bunny available? Can you bring Allie back to life? Again, a lot of influx with TNA. We just saw, we're going to get our first ever women's Ultimate X, which is going to be exciting. And who was it? I sent over today that's going to be in it.
You click some more comments and I'll pull it up here.
There you go, Ronnie. How you doing? Bonkers is in the house. Eric Tate, good to see Gregory's back with us. Richard, I almost skipped you.
Zaya Brookside, that's who you were talking about.
Zaya Brookside. So, again, some name value there. I mean,
as I've got the show, I've got then right now, folks.
Oh, I got together. Let me know when you get together.
Come together right now on the stream. I have forever.
Oh,
maybe we'll get together. Now I have together. So there, folks, we finally synced up, and I see everybody still loading up the chat.
Let's
The
go.
Bullet
Let's go. Let's
Club,
go.
Irrevisible, all that. We already got almost 50 people rocking with us already. But we do have the super chats, the super stickers, the memberships, all that as well. If you want to help support the channel, if you want to make sure we get to your comment, because it does get hot and heavy in here. Pause.
Absolutely, absolutely. Especially on New Year's Evil. We are cooking tonight. We're starting it off with a little opening package, but again, they take a timeout in the opening package, Nick, to highlight Carmelo standing behind that man's back. Like
I'm
they
telling
ain't
you,
shying away from it.
it's gonna happen. This is their version of the devil. They've just done it without the mask and the stupid fucking putty patrol and everything else.
And stretching it out. No peanut butter sandwiches, which I'm pretty happy about.
no giraffes, none of that.
Right. What up, Boston? How you doing? Bonkers already got you. See Money's back. Always here to make a joke or two. Alexis, how you doing? Carlito is the TBD. Interesting.
Ooh, that's actually not a bad shout.
Right?
Shit,
brother,
that might actually be way.
you're like, oh man, I thought I had it figured
Don't
out.
give me bad news.
Brother Fluff Salisbury, man, I fell asleep about 10 minutes before Rock showed up last night. I mean,
you didn't wake up to If You Smile.
Right, go over to our shorts section of the channel. You get to see us react to it. There you go.
Right.
What's up, Boston? Hector Ramirez, good to see you. Good to see you. Going out on a limb, it will be Andrade, so he's in the same boat as we are. Last night we said it. The minute we were like, wait, no Dragon Lee?
Right.
It's so perfect. Right, and it gets him involved in that Santos circle right away.
That was Zelina.
Let's go. And she, teasing and trolling some fans with, I got a secret. Well, let's find out.
Right.
Yeah, Dragon Lee definitely had visa problems. Yeah, they came out today. I saw it reported of like, don't worry, he has a visa. It just didn't arrive. And I'm like, this is so fucking stupid. Let him in the country to fuck. He's going to work.
Right. I said it last night. We suck. We suck as a country.
I'll be Tiffany's servant any day. Yeah, we got the servant versus cow milker match. So that
what the hell was that?
And we're starting it off with Blair.
So we're starting it off with a women's world title match. So bookending it with
bookend it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Trevor, what up? Ronan, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil.
That's my philosophy.
There you go.
That's the way to be.
Crispy chicken for you. Now making me hungry with the vitamins. Saying the TNA signing is going to be Elias. You mean Elijah? Ezekiel?
Elijah. It could be. I mean, and he could be amongst a bunch of them, right?
If he's he could be a signing, but I think he was saying that it would be the biggest signing that they've teased and everything like that, which that's maybe not so much.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a big enough ripple.
Yeah, but now who would it be?
I know honestly, Anthony wants it to be Sasha, but he could be crushed tomorrow. I mean, yeah, that might not go well, but if it's Sasha, great. Dolph might be the guy that could do it. That's still a pretty big name.
Be, I'm here to show the world. I'm here to show the world.
But then the comment about worlds will collide or whatever he said, that makes me wonder if maybe it's someone else. Like, is it somebody international?
But I've got Lyra coming out right now. Are y'all part of the majority that wants Rock Roman at Elimination Chamber with Aussie with 60 plus K?
I think so. Right.
You want it there?
I believe because it feels like I know the sentiment is it has to be a Mania match. It's so big. But this year's a little different because it's not just, Elimination Chamber in Minnesota. It's this 60,000 person stadium show. I think it's okay there.
And it's a statement to how hot the company is that, hey, Rock, the biggest part-timer of all part-timers that we have available. Yeah. We're going to put you on Elimination Chamber because everything we've already got cooking for WrestleMania is about to hit, prime time, showtime here. Mm-hmm. So it's really normally under Vince McMahon, this 100% is going straight to Mania, not even debatable. We're not even thinking about it. The fact that there's all these options shows you how hot WWE is right now.
It's true. And again, it is a Mania level match, but I think this Elimination Chamber, the first time going to Australia, having this giant pay-per-view, having a packed house. I mean, dude, it'll be interesting if Wembley, this is going to rival those numbers this year. Like, as we move into 2024, the ticket sales are going to be watched like they were last year. Australia's going to do good numbers, and I think it could be good. Brunch with the boys wouldn't be, what a fitting fit.
Exactly. Well, Juan's agreeing with us as well. But we do have ding ding. So let us know, folks, who you're taking in this match, whether you're taking Lyra Valkyria to retain as NXT Women's Champion, or if you're taking Blair Davenport with the upset victory here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bird Lady.
Caw. I'll take Blair then. I'll be Blair just to be difficult.
Okay.
And because last night I couldn't remember her name, so I'll take Blair.
NXT is my favorite show of the 3 WWE shows, so our buddy's with you here.
Absolutely. I said it's the most consistent weekly show. It's going to have its ups and downs at times and everything, but 100% it's a great show week in and week out.
Right. Chambers in the house. Throwing out a congratulations to you for whooping his ass.
I wasn't going to say nothing. And
now he's going to be humble.
What? I didn't. I could have came out here on Monday and said something about it.
Well,
you're the one that brought up when I beat you in the semifinals. Right. I didn't say nothing.
Yeah, I was happy with my bronze, man. Everybody was counting the Canadian out. And there I was just knocking people off left, right, and center. So I'm happy with the bronze. And Chambers goes from 4th to silver. And our buddy Smile Mark, whoopsie. He had a great regular season.
Interesting. The whole way our playoffs worked out, as side note here, side tangent, is all the from the semifinals, all the even number teams advance and all the odd number teams lost.
Science.
All right, science rules. Bill Nye, the science guy.
Right. What's up, Chambers? What's up? AJ's in the house. I think that's Irvincible. Oh.
Inconceivable. You keep saying that word. I don't think you know what it means.
I know exactly what that is. Richard Martinez back at it. He says, back in September, The Rock didn't even mention Roman. Yesterday, he did. I feel like we're more likely to get the match more than ever. Yeah, I think they all know what they're doing. And the fact that
double stomp to the back of Lyra's head, shoulders, not her knees or toes. I come back and look back, and you've got balloons behind you.
So did I. I think the fact that he purposely made that the footnote to his whole promo, it has purpose. They're not going to do that without purpose. If there's nothing lined up or in the talks, he would just have done his speech, done his fucking elbow, and went home.
And he looked like he wanted to go home because he looked a little bit blown up after just doing 2 moves. So,
if that man is blown up after 2 moves, scary.
All you got to take is a spear and a Superman punch.
Yeah. Oh, we got Lyra in the choke. Yeah. Dale. Raquel Rodriguez has mast cell activation syndrome. Get well soon. I actually had to look this up. I didn't know what it was, but shout out to her. She's been dealing with this. We have seen her in and out of Raw. So one of the favorites for Rumble, one of the ones that we thought would challenge more for Ripley. We hope she can get healthy and she's doing okay. I mean, doesn't sound like a fun issue to be dealing with at all.
Yeah, no, it's one thing to have, respectfully, like a broken ankle or, a bad wrist or something like that. But when it's something that you kind of really can't control, that's when it's very much, T's and P's. Hope you're doing all right before we even worry about you back in the ring.
Yeah. I'm winning Elimination Chamber. You should. You better.
You goddamn better.
You have to rename you. Did you see the video of it? Yes. Well, we'll save that for maybe a commercial, Nick. I mean, this is highly
try and get to the action here a bit more.
Yeah.
Oh, step up Enziguri from Lyra.
Tate, Unbroken, Keyshawn. So many people. Be a friend. Tell a friend. As Lyra going up to the top.
Right.
And misses. Woo! She don't
was
fly.
almost out there looking like I'm a peacock. You got to let me fly.
We let her fly if she can't.
She's out here like doing the other
penguin.
line from the other guys. Of you thinking what I'm thinking? Aim for the bushes.
Aim for the bushes. Speaking of The Rock, Lyra, let's go, Lyra.
It sounded like a cheer. Lyra, let's go, Lyra. Lyra, let's go, Lyra.
Thank the chat for being very musical on that one.
Exactly.
Bird Lady for the win.
Mega, what up? Crispy saying Jinder did a great job on his promo. He had to stand there as The Rock sang and did stand up for 12 minutes. Yeah, that was
too long.
Cringe.
Yeah, we talked about it. It was so funny because it was like, man, this is bullshit. And you even said, like, this is cringe. And then finally he got to the point where, like, you could have done that before.
Respect to Dwayne The Rock. He is one of the biggest reactions you'll get, one of the best pro wrestlers of all time. But goddamn, is he a lame human being, I feel.
Know what it is just he doesn't get to the, like, again, he's like, I got to do all the sticks. I got to say all the things, right?
Yeah.
To me, it's the equivalent of, like, you know, when you get DX out there kind of doing their old shtick and they're all old guys and they play the joke of it, but Rock's still taking it super serious. You know what I mean?
I'm still out here with, you know, the silk shirt and the chain and everything.
Yeah. Oh, step up.
Oh.
As Vic Joseph prays in Bird Lady.
Wait, what?
Oh, super blue thunder bomb. Or Falcon Arrow.
Yeah, super Falcon Arrow.
Yeah, Falcon Arrow.
Now that was a weird sell there, respectfully, because she hit them and then she like frog, like she salmon flopped out of the ring.
Yeah, she flew that time.
Yeah. She like crow hopped.
Right.
Now it's going to be interesting. Where do we get like commercial breaks in this? I know Curtis is normally out here of, you know,
I don't know.
With like the commercial break numbers and everything. There hasn't
God.
been big spots here or anything that feels like it's going to sell. Goddamn.
Blair put her knee through the table.
And even that's the thing. That's, you can tell Kevin Dunn don't work here no more. Shaniqua don't live here no more, because you sit there and just see Lyra's reaction to what happened before you see what actually happened.
Yeah, you pan around and it's not,
and then show that she broke the table.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, hanging Lyra up on the ropes. NXT is really good, says CX99. Yes, it is. Holy beep. Holy beep.
Yeah, we gotta get a holy bleep chant. And
right.
Ronan saying The Rock should be on Nick Cannon's Wild Out so he can tear everyone a new one. What? No, Charlie Clips and Hitman Holler will light that man's ass up. Pause.
Yeah, man. Let's be real.
Right.
Oh, the knee buckles.
Oh, that's gonna be the thing that does it in.
Up.
Spinning back heel kick. That's interesting.
Oh, Cradle super bomb. Power bomb. And still your NXT champion, Lyra Valkyria.
Hell of a match, though, from Blair.
It was a good match. Good. Short,
right.
Like not overly long, got to the point. Holy shit chance for her breaking the table. Nice battle, sold it well, give us a reason for Blair to lose. And the champ is still the champ.
Right. And a hell of a way to still your kickoff match, so still not going to be the biggest barn burner, but a hell of a way to get everybody into the show.
Yeah. CX9 saying picture-in-picture commercial breaks, but I haven't got a single break yet.
No, honestly.
So that's good. I mean, I know it's the first match, but yeah, they give us the full match.
Literally, match on commercial free.
Mm-hmm. Rock was excited to be back. He's always excited to be back, man. Like, you got to imagine, like, to walk into an arena and they go that ballistic. That, I mean, he showed it. Oh, wait a minute. No, do it. Oh, fuck off. Excuse my language.
Oh,
Tatum Paxley ruining my day.
Lola Vice. So for those not watching right now and everything,
yeah, sorry, I didn't
put on us. Lola Vice was running down there to cash in as Tatum Paxley shows up doing her best Freddy Krueger My Chemical Romance cosplay to interrupt the cash-in, and then now we've got Elektra Lopez. So now we're going to get ourselves a tag team match. Play a holla, holla, holla.
For sure. Man, when I saw Lola come in running, I didn't even think about it. I was like, do it. Do it.
I didn't think about it at all until, like you said, I'm seeing her run down there and hearing you do it. I'm like, oh, wait, yeah. She could actually cash in.
So it looks like we're going to get the unlikely pairing of Tatum and Lyra, but interesting.
The unlikely pairing. You mean Hot Topic? That's 100% what this group is.
Breaking news.
Dun-dun.
Kelly Kincaid. Didn't they replace a Kelly something?
Ilja's not getting cleared. We're going to get Carmelo versus Trick.
Interesting. Well, we're going to have to get our new GM, Ava Rain, to make some decisions here.
Yeah, we're going to The Rock versus Trick Williams. I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people.
The No Quarter Catch Crew, NQCC. No, they got to change that, bro.
They need to change all of it.
Everything on this one.
Hey, this tells that we're going to now follow this up with who we're going to get as the TBD to fill in for Dragon Lee.
Right. We'll talk about Hammerstone in a commercial break if we get
there is one.
Yeah, but we talked about Hammerstone a while ago, and he was for those who don't know, he was in a faction with MJF back in the day. So a lot of people have connected these dots. Now, has it officially been confirmed yet? No, it could just be people connecting the same dots and catching up to us. But hey, about time.
But still, I still think we're going to get When It Comes Crashing Down and It Hurts Inside.
And here comes the low. The actual low, not legato whoa.
Right, yeah. Not LWO 2.0. What is going on with Joaquin Phoenix or Phoenix Wilde?
I'm going to pop, bro.
Zima
Galito! I spit in the face.
Brucey bonus points to whoever called it in the chat, but now I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I spit in the face of Andrade and his country.
Well, I think it's because everybody got all, excited and all abuzz that Andrade was allegedly going to show up on Monday Night Raw. So now we're waiting him back to show up at any minute here.
Right. And again, we talked about it before, like some of these wrestlers have obligations, so they can't just jump into something. Now they could move those obligations or bow out, but
I think Hunter would let somebody if you've already got it booked, fine. Think about it. Nakamura went over to Noah.
Yeah, no, I think he would. Like, yeah, you go do that, and then they can talk about where you're going to be next week.
Broke him out like the White Ranger.
Yeah.
No Sheba. But I was wondering what the fuck the Temple of Doom run fucking shit was going on with his beard there.
Right.
Look at this man's beard. It looks like a fucking maze.
Ilja not cleared. Match canceled. Dun dun dun. I don't know what this means.
Did they say the match was canceled?
Apparently, I was talking to you, so I didn't catch all of Kelly.
Yeah, I caught that they wouldn't clear him medically. I didn't catch if they said the match was canceled.
Carlito looking like No Way Jose. I actually think it's No Way Jose that looks like Carlito. Put some respect on Carlito.
Let's bring him back and make him a tag team. Fuck it. Well,
yeah, I don't know.
Just make him the next Cologne brother.
Right.
He's the forgotten Von Erich brother.
Yeah. All right, so Legato, we will take your predictions. You got the Lowo, or do you got the NQCC, which sounds like some fucking tax organization?
No, you were almost right. They're not BCC, so no BCC.
Not BCC.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts.
One of the Boone's Farm back alley fight is a quarter catch.
Lady B with zingers.
All about it as Wrist lock takeover on a drop kick as well onto Damon Kemp. You're gonna have to help me with blonde dude's name here.
Miles. You always forget. He's so generic. You're consistently like,
My guy. He is the default creator wrestler in any sort of fucking 2K game.
Miles Bourne, I believe. The Bourne Identity. We can't even remember who he is.
I can't remember shit about the Bourne Identity.
Holy shit! Wilde getting shot off the second rope. I like that. Let's go. Holy shit. So 2 matches, 2 holy shit chances. Chance. There you go.
Chance and Carter.
Swear to God, the vitamins don't affect me.
Not at all.
That was amazing. They got distance on that man. Woo!
I feel like I'm at SeaWorld.
Oh, I feel like I did that like with Kid Brothers and back in the day. Like, yoink!
Well, no, see, I grew up with having a trampoline in the backyard. Yeah, the trampoline. And so that's why my big ass would be out there hitting swanton bombs and corkscrews and everything. So I'm all about that.
Mind blown. Yeah, it was cool, man. I haven't seen that spot a lot. Like that's pretty fucking excellent.
Yeah, honestly, it's a creative spot to say the least.
Mm-hmm. Now, maybe I don't know if I'm accurate with this, but I don't recall a previous time. Oh, Drew Gulak with the clothesline that Carlito's been on NXT.
No, he would have been OVW, FCW, if anything.
Yeah, right. So no, for sure. And I don't. Yeah, like even on this run, he didn't make like a pop in. So
no, because remember he returned at Backlash.
It sounded like Sports Center. No.
Just call me Stuart Scott.
There you go. Lobo for the win. We can still get Andrade on Friday, guys.
Yeah, honestly, respectfully. Well, and back to the whole Rock conversation. It's going to be interesting to see how Roman responds on Friday.
I like what he did online though with the
laughing emoji.
Yeah, and people using the clip from the what's that rock show called?
I'm not sure.
Oh, what the fuck's the rock show called?
Blink 182. I fell in love with the girl at the rock show. She's so cool.
Why did I just blank?
No, you're good, because I was thinking of the clip to where everyone's talking about Cody finishing the story and it cuts to the Rock of "Shut up, bitch."
Amazing. No, I mean Cody's taking. It's funny because Cody's probably sitting at home going,
"Oh, I know what you're thinking of, Young Rock." That's why.
Young Rock. Why couldn't I remember?
Because no one watched it. We didn't watch it. No one watched it.
But the clip.
You watch clips. That's all.
Yeah. The clip with a young Samoan Joseph on his back with the little bubble of what he ends up becoming.
Right.
I thought that was pretty creative. Young Rock.
See, everyone's letting us know, just like you're dumb.
Yeah, you moron. It's just add Young to it. He was a kid.
You were there. Everyone's like,
Rock. You're my guy, buddy. LA Knight voice. Nah.
Let me tell you something, dummy. Yeah.
I want him to get a dummy button. I think it'd be hilarious. I really do.
Right. Scott, what up? Everybody. I'm trying to get past the Young Rock comments. Pointing out how stupid we are.
Yeah.
Alexis, Charlotte Flair expected to be out 9 to 12 months. Ooh.
Yeah. Well, she blew all her knee, like all of the things, all of the things.
It exploded.
Tag Delito.
He looks massive compared to everyone else in the ring. I still wonder what the fuck they're serving at WWE catering. Is it like horse pills and like
nothing but like protein bars,
and everything?
Kale fucking shakes. Apple. They're chanting for the apple.
Shout out whoever did the pitch. Carlito's out here catching apples like Stone Cold used to catch Steve Weisers.
Yeah, who threw the apple? Oh, he dropped the apple. Got a big boo.
Down
goes Kemp. We got a 2. Gulak with the same. Good match.
Yeah, I just wish I gave a shit about somebody in here.
You know what? I'm just having enough fun with it. I'm like, all right. Miles born. Yeah, the NQCC thing, I don't know how long that's going to stick.
I don't know. Like, it's you just need a better fucking name. Like, I get the whole this thing and
Yeah, I
everything,
know.
but you just
Take
need a
me
better
to your
name.
leader. Like, what the fuck is that?
The Iron Claw. That's what they're doing.
All men down. Yeah, Charlotte Flair will have surgery at the end of the week in Alabama. Yeah, 100%.
Right,
He's a
right.
beast to Charlotte.
They're just serving straight deer meat. I mean, I'm all about that. I grew up on venison, respectfully.
There you go.
I'm about eating wild game. I'm on my Joe Rogan diet. What?
I like venison bacon.
I have respectfully never had venison bacon.
My uncle used to like cure it. Man.
Oh, I've just had jerky, everything else. Like caribou. Caribou's where it's at, actually, respectfully. You like venison, caribou's where it's at.
Come to Canada, have some moose balls by.
My guy, that's where my stepdad used to go hunting, is up in Quebecois.
Yeah. We got lots of woods, man.
100%. I know about all the herd movement and shit like that. We have my parents, there's still a stuffed ptarmigan.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Carlito's setting it up. Carlos.
Yes, yeah, I know about Canada.
Nice. Like I said, we got tons of land, man.
I'll move out there. I'll beat Brock.
You get lost in this place, no problem. When the place goes up, I'm going to the woods. And Lawo takes the win.
Well, actually, sorry not to stop on that, but that's what Eddie, I guess, was quoted as saying of when he's done wrestling. He's like, I just want to get a plot of land in like Alaska. Give me a flip phone. Just leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah. That's the dream, man.
Right.
Get the fuck away from all this nonsense.
Now we got people talking about wild game, bison. Yeah. Caribou, moose, elk. Yeah, I've had that. Bear's pretty solid. It's really cool. In my high school growing up, at the end of the year in our like shop and like greenhouse class and everything, we had what was called the Roadkill Cafe.
Yeah.
So everyone that everybody that was like hunters and everything, because most people up there hunt, fish, all of that, would bring in their wild game and all, cook it up for a little bit of the class here. So it'd be like a buffet of everybody kind of, bringing in their own wild game and all that.
Nice. Well,
that's how you know we country.
Right. Drew Gulak not happy. Giving the team shit. And Lawo is victorious. He got the apple spot in.
That was forced as hell.
Well, we got it in. He's like, I dropped my apple. Get over here.
Right. I'm going to beat you with this goddamn apple. I can spit it in your face or shove it up your ass. Oh,
wait. Here we are. Yeah, so it is official. No title.
What the There's got to be something here. You can't sell us on this show and then not have that match. There's got to be something. So
Waller.
Yeah.
They're gonna drop Waller in here?
What the fuck? Naysayer, please. Oh, I like that. Shout out. If you watch College Game Day, you 100% get the naysayer, please.
That's funny. Yeah, Carmelo recently beat Waller. Gator's good. I love calamari. I haven't had snake.
Not a fan of calamari.
I love calamari. I haven't had snake. Good crispy calamari. Little tentacles. And you bread them. Oh, so good.
Rubbery. Rubbery.
They should be rubbery if you cook them right.
Well, let's stop talking about food because I'm getting hungry with my fat ass out here.
Right. Trick got a new cheese shirt. Trick it ain't easy. KJ versus Trick.
My guy, I was trying to find a whole, and shout out Raw in the chat. I think he was talking about Regal's son,
Yes.
which is over in all Japan already.
Yep.
But yeah, I was trying to find a whole Trick James bitch song and everything. I'm like, God damn it. And it just keeps pulling up Rick James song.
Yeah, you just got to play Super Freak and call it.
She's a super freak. She's super
better
freak.
Than the opener. I guess won like the second match better than the opener. I thought the second match, tons of energy, good 6-man tag. And we're like, this is the first commercial we're getting. 45,
literally a half hour into the show.
Yeah.
Sorry, Boston pointing out greenhouse class. Yes, I did mention that, and yes, I actually do. I get the joke, but yes, we actually did have that in school. That's where you knew all the stoners were.
Oh, okay.
Then Nick says, "See, I knew Canada was a country, but what in the hell is a province?"
There, do I really have to explain that?
No, I know what it is.
No, I was joking.
I was like, I know we didn't know Young Rock, but we're not that dumb.
Right. I predict that Kevin Owens will face Logan Paul for the belt. Yeah, I like this. And he should.
Absolutely.
I like it.
Now I'm trying to remember what we saved for the commercial break here. I know
we were going to talk about Velveteen Dream.
Oh, yeah, go ahead with that. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, listen, I saw a lot of people, and as usual with wrestling or anything else, and I think sometimes wrestling fans think we're unique, of like, oh, there's so much negativity in the wrestling world. No, it's the same thing with movies, with music, with everything. There's just assholes out there. It's the way it is. But yeah, I mean, this guy has a checkered past. I commend him on putting out an apology, but I don't know. There's a lot to undo there, and I don't think some of it is undoable.
I think the apology respectfully was very vague. And that's just I'm speaking completely objectively I was not harmed by this man. I don't know this man or anything like that, but to me, he's kind of a little bit the Antonio Brown of pro wrestling. He's a day late and a dollar short with any bit of an apology. Respectfully, I don't care what you have to say. You are so out of my mind, and I'm more the fact that this man had the world by the fucking marbles was supposed to be the next big breakout from NXT, and just all the sorts of a terrible human being. You can have that. I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, and I think your sentiment there, Nick, as far as a day late and a dollar short, I'm all for second chances. I'm all for, but I mean, certain things are hard to get past. Good on you for at least apologizing, but to me, people were like, oh my God, he's trying to make a comeback. Maybe he's just trying to make amends and move on with his life. So be it. But again, I don't think it's anything for people to get worked up
he about. Just heard someone else getting accused of something, so he's like, well, maybe let me try and actually be the good PR moment here and actually try and now's when I want to apologize.
You see Nick Hausman, like people were like Nick Hausman walking back those things. But again, people are so like, are they so quick to conflate things? Did I misunderstand the circumstance here?
I think it's just all very interesting that everyone's gotten in a fever pitch on either side here.
Yeah.
Either 100% he's guilty or 100%, Hausman's just a fucking vindictive Twitter troll and everything like that.
But yeah. And like I said, the stuff that we reported, he never specifically said anything other than Jericho. He pointed the finger in one direction, but he never said who, what, when, where, why. And then people saw the like and ran with it. But I didn't think it was Hausman that ran with the like. But nonetheless,
no. But that's so why. Messy. But that's why, though, everything that we said with that was it's allegedly we're getting little Finley. Little
Regal was on the screen. Yeah, we're getting the breakouts final now, guys. This should be good. Oba Femi about to win it, though.
Yeah, that's a grown man. But Yeah, everything we talked about with that whole situation was allegedly, reportedly, all of that. Nothing confirmed, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I find the internet very funny. We've talked about this before, where it kind of runs with its own narrative, and we played some broken telephone, and then when things change, like we talked about it with stipulations, right? Like, well, why did they do whatever someone said they were going to do? Because y'all made it up, like,
Right. You didn't do the narrative that I made. You
right,
didn't fantasy book it the way I fantasy booked it.
right.
So, Battle of the Iron Survivors. So now,
Oh, interesting.
bad.
Oh, well, what I mean, I don't know the reasoning behind it. I again, I can't really. I mean, I'm not mad about Dragon Lee not being here because he couldn't. Ilja not being cleared. I mean, storyline, I guess,
How'd you
but
just find out about this? How'd you just find out about this?
I don't know.
Exactly.
But here
As
comes
we-
Roxanne Perez to take on Little Santina.
Yes, Arianna Grace.
A couple people mentioning the Raquel situation. Yes, we did talk about that briefly earlier, guys. Yeah, no, we give her all a shout out and T's and P's. Not comfortable to deal with, especially what she's going through. So I could only imagine how uncomfortable and just wanting to get better. So, hopefully we'll see her sooner than later back to herself.
Right.
Little Santina.
Roxy got next.
Yeah. Roxy just fucks everyone up. She does not she don't care. It's on site with Roxy.
She is the definition of when I see you, it's on site. She about that action.
Yeah.
She's standing strictly on business.
Little scrappy dude.
Right.
So we will take the predictions. Who you got? Roxy or do you got Little Santina?
Well, she certainly ain't little. She makes Roxy look like fucking we represent the lollipop. Yeah. I'm taking Roxy. I don't know about you, sir.
Yeah, Roxy's got to win this. Damien, you're killing me, Smalls. Most likely no. We're like 90% no right now.
Oh, I didn't know we were that close, that far away from no. I thought we were like 98% no.
Or maybe 95.
I was going to say, so the odds are in your favor, I guess, slightly there, Damien.
Yeah,
but
you got a 5% chance.
Strong chance of no.
It's a tough shout this year. But that 3 in the morning, 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. is a tough one.
Right. Raw, to answer your question, it's vitamins.
Your mistakes in life are between you and who you did wrong, not my business. Facts. Facts, Unbroken. That's the way to live.
Fair enough.
Do you, boo-boo. Don't fuck up my day.
Right. Mega's taking Perez. My favorite NXT women's wrestler, Roxanne Perez. Roxy for the win. Roxanne has Disney princess eyes and be smashing everyone.
Right? That's actually facts.
Roxy for the win. Roxanne. Rox Rolla. Everybody's taking Roxanne right now.
Because she's from Texas. They say everything's bigger in Texas, not Roxy. She must have been an
import. The stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas. I almost screwed up my desk trying to do the clap.
96.35. We'll see.
Sounds like a fucking radio station.
Right. The only thing I was
is that what we're if you take your if you're listening right now in your car for whatever reason, just turn your dial to that station and we'll be playing right there.
There you go. Santina in control. The only thing I can tell people out there watching right now is click the bell notification. We put up a lot of content. Sometimes me and Nick are just bored and we decide to go live with something. So just click the bell. And if it should happen to ding at 3 a.m., we're on and popping. But yeah, no, you never know when we're going to go live. So make sure you get in the know.
Right. Be a friend. Tell a friend.
Right. Daniel. They be here, beer bong and pots of coffee with 5-hour energy. It wouldn't be the first time, my friend. Wouldn't be the first time. Won't
I
be
was
the
gonna say,
last.
we did it last year. Just this year, respectfully, everything else has been kind of busy, so we didn't exactly anticipate when it was happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this funny little thing called life gets in the way sometimes.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
life.
live in the box.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Debatable. Sometimes it's really questionable.
That's why I keep. That's why I keep changing the background so it feels like we go places.
Exactly. We travel. We don't get to go anywhere.
Oh, Nick, what strain?
Um, White plum mochi.
Right on. Man, I want some Popeye. Stop with the. You're killing me.
Yeah, we're getting hungry out here. Now you're gonna end up with us. If you start to see us take pauses for the causes now.
Yeah, I'm about to take one right now,
it.
actually. Now that you mention it. I think I might tag out first on this and let's get rocking.
This man's about to, get an Uber Eats some Popeyes right now.
Fuck. And I'm so jealous of your country because all your food is cheap. Ours is expensive as shit. Even our fast food's expensive.
Define expensive, because I think it's just
no, but like you guys can get like 5 burgers for $6. Like I don't know how.
Where can that happen? The only way you're doing that is
I'm exaggerating for effect. But yeah, no, it costs a good like I don't know, $13-14 to get like fucking a decent combo at like a McDonald's nowadays. It's insane.
That's here. That's Wendy's.
There you go. Fuck.
Yeah.
So it's going up everywhere. We got to fix the North American economy, folks.
That's what comes around is all around. And the way you can do that is hit that like, share, subscribe. 4 for $4 at Wendy's. Yeah, but that's all this value menu shit. You gotta buy 4 burgers because 4 burgers equals to 1 burger.
Pop rocks and it's over. And I'm out.
So Roxanne picks up I think we all expected win, as now we're out here talking about fast food. Where 6 burgers, $5. Where? That's how you point out, the stoners and the fat kids right there. Is you mentioned cheap food? Where? Tell me where. Ooh, one with the pop rocks. Roxanne wins. She's even going back at Arianna, just wailing on her. Yeah, I think KJ just called for delivery. This man was probably already setting that up beforehand. When he doesn't have the 4 for $4 anymore, they change it to the biggie bag, baby, and raise the price by $1. Well, Christ, now you're going to sound like people out there of, the Dollar Tree isn't $1 anymore. It's $1.25. Wow, Roxanne Perez right now has got the label lock, the yes lock, honestly locked in on Arianna, and smiling while she does it. And 3 refs are trying to hold her back, as commentary's even mentioning of how, she's just got a hairpin trigger here. She's literally 100% when I see you, it's on site. So they're going to reverse the decision. Because of they're Ken Shamrock in this woman. I think my girl's going crazy. Yeah, so Arianna Grace picks up the win. So everybody that was 0 for, that had the X amount of 0 now, you start taking the L's here. As now Roxanne's about to pop off again here. I actually kind of don't hate it. Granted, I hope that feud doesn't continue. As now we've got the Sonya Deville to Adam Pearce here with Ava Rain coming out of Shawn Michaels' office. So she's making the whole announcement, I guess, about this. I still don't get why this is happening, but at least, hey, she's on screen. Oh, so now, okay, literally as I say that is when they're explaining it. So next week we've got the start of the Dusty Rhodes Classic coming back. So 100%. If you're already turned off with tournaments beforehand, with the Continental Classic and now the Breakouts tournament, don't worry, we got more for you, and we got tag teams. But I very much like that it's coming back. It's going to be interesting to see who's involved. Hopefully, they actually use it to build up some tag teams, because respectfully, I feel WWE's tag team division, I think tag team wrestling across pro wrestling right now is kind of on a downward. Well, I don't want to say it's downward, but it's not where it should be right now, I feel. As we're getting the video package for Tiffany versus Fallon right now. Flashback to when Fallon was out here cosplaying Tiffany, the highlight of her career, respectively. The Dusty Rhodes Classic is a different breed. I could never hate it. Fair enough. Ava got the Paul Heyman rub. Maybe. So let me know, folks, who you're taking for this match. And do you like that we're going back to very much the kind of attitude-y era, gimmicky trends of, as I'm getting Tiffany dumping a trash bucket, which, why was there random mud in a trash bin backstage and all of that? But that we're getting a servant versus a ranch hand match between Fallon and Tiffany. I think it's interesting, and it's something that fits and gives an added bonus to it outside of it being just a regular non-title match. But I'm very clearly taking Tiffany for this match, 100%. But I do think that 100% Fallon Henley has really started to break herself out as one of the top women on the NXT roster. And that's a hell of a way to end that whole video package. And again, why I think Tiffany Stratton is, in the next year, 2, 3 tops, going to be one of the top women in pro wrestling, to where they're sitting there, they run the whole video package and everything, and instantly ended on Tiffany's line of toodles. She walks off, boom, right into commercial break. So you're super excited for it. Here, go, catch your breath. Go get your Popeyes, I guess, like KJ's doing and everything. And then 100% be ready, because this match, I think, especially now if we're not going to get Ilja versus Trick, this match could steal the show tonight, I feel. As I'm just doing one thing real quick. There we go. But we are on commercial break number 2, number 3. I feel like it's been very limited already out of the gate here when it comes to commercials, I would say, which I don't mind at all. Tiffany is definitely a star. Absolutely. Tiffany for the win. Fallon for the win. Fallon gives me Mickie James vibes. 100%. Well, she's actually been out there trying to get Mickie to come over, and those two be a tag team that I've labeled softcore country. So absolutely. And that's a good way to go with it. That's, I think, a good comparable to have there, JV. We are in commercial break number 2. There we go. Thank you, John. Tiff for the win. Tiffany for the win. Tiffany will main event Mania in the future. Toodles. Oh, bold prediction, but I don't hate it. I feel like I'm, why would you say something so bold yet so right? I want to see Tiffany. Yeah, Mega. You do you 100% with whatever you want to do. That bullshit. First 30 was commercial free. Really? Was that advertised anywhere? I mean, I know it was. We were here live for it, but I didn't see it advertised anywhere or anything. I normally, they'll put it out there of, hey, the first hour or the last hour is going to be commercial free, or the opening segment of this, that, or whatever is going to be commercial free, versus they just happen to do it. And I think it shows more and more Kevin Dunn and his camera cuts and his Bucky beaver teeth don't work here anymore. So now we're actually getting what we should have been getting all along. Shout out MD, yes. I want Tiffany Stratton to win so bad. I love a good heel servant storyline, because one, it's Tiffany Stratton, great heel work. Fair enough then. I feel Tiffany could main event a Mania actually, but realistically it could be a night one Mania, maybe her versus Rhea. Would be cool. Hot block. All right, my guy. Now let's all act like we've been here before when it comes to this. But yeah, and we're not saying, I don't think anyone was saying Tiffany's going to main event this year's Mania. Not at all going to happen. I could see it in a couple years, maybe, or at least she's in a big prominent match on a Mania. As I'm getting a video package for the Royal Rumble right now. You're muted, sir, so no one can hear you. We're just good at lip reading.
Yeah, I hope so. I said, speaking of royally rumbling. Oh, Blair in the back holding her neck.
My neck.
Oh,
my back.
Speaking of my neck, my back.
All right.
Nikita, just like that.
I really don't get Nikita Lyons outfits ever. Like, I respect them, but they're just like, what the fuck is this woman wearing?
She's trying to be like cosplay high fashion. It's confusing.
No, she looks, all she's missing is the goddamn hat, and she's Carmen Sandiego out here. Except blonde instead of brunette.
Yeah. Now, however, vavoom.
Right, and vavoom.
That jacket was unnecessary.
Right. Well, you were hiding away the goods the whole time. Well, I mean, it's around the Christmas present. It's around Christmas time and everything. You got to treat it like a Christmas present and take the wrapping off. What?
Right. Here comes Tiffany. Time for your epiphany.
All right. I'll epiphany away here.
Oh, I thought you were going to hang in.
I got. Well, no, I'm going to. I wanted to.
All right.
You sold me.
They announced it during the women's match that it was commercial free. Fair enough.
Well, we do this thing called talking quite a lot, and obviously can't have the show too loud, so we talked over it.
Right. That Kevin was pushed out or just decided. Yeah, again, it was like, I think the last one now is Bruce is still kicking, right? Like
Bruce is still there. He's the last of the Vince standoff there.
He's an infamous jellyfish, so he fits into every circle, right? So no offense, but that's the rumors and the reports on him. So Kevin Dunn was used to Vince, wants to do it Vince's way, which was Vince kind of let him run. Now he's got a guy over his shoulder trying to pull buttons and push buttons. So yeah, I see what
you see it in any sports team, anything like that. New regime takes over, new ownership takes over. You clear out the old regime because clearly the reason we bought you is because it wasn't working as much as you thought it was working.
I'm going to take Fallon for the win, by the way, because I want Tiffany as a farmhand.
So you just really want to watch what was it? The
Real life?
Yeah, or no, the Paris Hilton show with.
Is that real life? I'm guessing.
Could be.
I know you guys know out there.
Right. Someone let us know how we're terrible with TV knowledge.
Oh.
I like that. That was a fumble, and they still kind of recovered out of it.
Nice. The fake chop to the back in response. Jellyfish, yeah, aka spineless.
Jellyfishing. Two count.
KJ, what'd you order? That's my business.
Are you gonna just like after the stream just open the packaging and everything?
You'll know when he gets to the door.
Oh, why?
I feel the term PLE should be used for special Raws, NXT, or SmackDown.
No, Tony Khan, no.
Alabama.
I get the sentiment. Oh, that was a lot safer than what I thought it was about to be.
Yeah. Woo. And we go to commercial break. Fallon for the W because Daisy Dukes. I'm with you, money. Dale's got Tiffany, so he's on your side.
Right.
And become a team. What's up, Chris? Oh, wait, there was more.
Yeah.
The rivalry between Lyons and Blair isn't over, but as they were talking, I felt a sign of mutual respect there. Like they weren't as hostile until the end of the segment. Maybe they can let bygones be bygones and become friends. There you go.
And we just want to see wagons and wagons.
Well played.
There we go.
What do you think about the WWE? Might go back to you know what? I'm kind of like, I don't care. Just put on a good show. And you're not going to get a lot of blood. You're going to get some blood. We got blood last night with Becky, as Damien points out.
AEW is proof positive that just having blood on your pro wrestling show does not fucking move the needle enough. You actually have to have a good wrestling show that warrants having situations like that. And you can very much overuse the blood, guts, and gore aspect of pro wrestling.
Right. I want to see Tiffany in the Rumble. I think she's a good bet for the Rumble. And I know Nick and I are going to do a Rumble special coming up here where we go through our 30 like we did last year. And I'm pretty sure Tiffany's going to be on at least one of our lists.
She might epiphany somewhere. I'll say that.
KJ ate a jellyfish. Well, she said she loved me. I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
The Simple Life. What was the Surreal Life then? Oh, no, that was the stupid show when they shoved all the D-list celebrities in the same house.
Yeah, like want to be Big Brother. Life. So you were close. You were a lot closer than I was going to get.
Yeah, right. Let's go fishing. Big card. I'm down. Is it just me, or does Nikita Lyons feel lost in NXT now? So many girls have outshined or replaced her, and we're seeing her in ring flaws now. I don't know if we've seen a lot of her in ring flaws, Nick, but I think she's just slow momentum. And I do agree with Richard that she got hurt twice, and a lot happened. Right? Like everyone's kind of clicking right now. She's trying to come out of the mud a little here. Not script.
Not that one, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, think about it. This is really now we're going to 2024. We haven't really been super focused on Nikita since what, 2022? Damn near I almost feel 2021.
Yeah, so, and she spent a lot of that time on the shelf, right? So that hurts.
Yeah.
I don't really like when you see those backstage segments and stuff, you're like, all right. So I don't know. We'll see.
Right. I'll have Miss Epiphany. Why? Raw Chucky Ducky. Quack. Heck yeah, even Roxy is trying to recover more than Lions Momentum. How did you feel about that? Because that happened while you were on a pause.
Yeah, I love what they're doing with Roxy, man. Like she came in as squeaky baby face. I know she
got a clothesline spot. Sorry.
You know, they kind of did the Michaels concussion spot.
Yeah.
And then, she came back from that. And ever since then, she's just been like gradually getting chippier. We joked about it before that even happened, that it's on site with her where she just run around smacking everybody. Like what the 5 fingers say to the face.
Right. She's the real Rick James, bitch. But yeah, it's interesting that they very much did like the kind of Ken Shamrocky stuff with her of had won the match, but still got pissed off enough after the match that he wouldn't break the hold. I thought it was interesting. She was smiling as she was locking it in.
Yeah, like she's got a screw decision. I like it. it. I mean, again, it's surprising. Someone said it's like she's got the Disney wide eyes, and then she's a killer. She's like Puss in Boots.
Yeah, well, and especially though when you are of diminutive stature, I'll put it that way respectfully, that you kind of, it helps if you're the one that's just, I'm loco. You want to get crazy with me, essay? Don't you know I'm loco?
As Fallon climbing the ropes right now after rolling Tiffany back in the ring. Crossbody. And a deuce.
Pause.
Yes, blood can get old quick in wrestling. Good storytelling never gets old in wrestling. 100%. Again, if the hope is they go to TV 14 so they can have more hardcore matches, more death matches, more blood, it's unnecessary. Like for, Becky to have some blood around her face last night made sense. And when you get it in the WWE, Nick, you and I watch so much wrestling. And we watch the AEWs and the GCWs, but when we get blood in WWE, we're like, oh my God, someone's bleeding. The other shows, we don't really have that reaction.
Yeah, because it feels like it's never supposed to happen. Think about it. There was a point to where they were just, once that happened, the whole camera shot was just Tony Storm, black and white.
Yeah, right.
Because we couldn't show the red viscous liquid on television.
Well, even when they had Edge do the purple blood spot, you're like, purple?
Right. Purple, nurple? What?
Miss Nikita Lyons versus Electra Lopez. Oh, please. Yes, please. I'm all for that. Let's go.
I know what KJ is going to be thinking about tonight.
Lights out?
What?
Oh, no. Oh, missed the moonsault.
Prettiest moonsault ever. Oh, she actually kind of halfway rolled through it, though. Catches the back elbow.
Oh, HBK.
Oh, that was not good at all.
No.
I think that was, even if that was the spot it looked like it was supposed to be, to where Tiffany just kind of shoved Fallon off the top turnbuckle there, it was not going to go well. And then they held on too long and got hung up, and it got all really awkward really quick.
Fallon not letting go of the rope. Oh, she is now.
Yeah.
HBK teasing on drive. Where did he tease that? See money.
Someone let us know.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, JV, but we're going to move on.
I didn't even notice any sort of a darkness in praising me.
Right. Oh, that's it.
Oh,
3. Yes. Start milking them cows, girl.
Pause on all of that.
And your winner, Fallon Henley.
Has Tiffany fallen off?
No.
Since the Becky thing?
No. This is what's supposed to happen. Again, NXT was always about, competition. It's not saying Tiffany's fallen off. Fallon's equally as good. Any given night, anybody can win. This does not bury Tiffany. It's part of a bigger storyline. She will get her comeuppance as they, she's going to go to the farm. We're going to have some funny ranch. Lights out again? Oh, no.
I'm not getting what you're seeing, so.
Maybe it was slips, and twice my screen went blank. See, I figured Tiffany was going to lose this one because the comedic side of this is going to be the fact that she's got to work on a farm as the prissy rich bitch.
Oh, yeah, no, fair enough, 100%. I don't disagree with anything that you were saying. I'm more presenting of, I've heard this counter argument of that Tiffany might have even been dampered more because of everything that she did with Becky.
No, not at all. I think Becky, listen, we were here live for that, and I think if we went back, she really got over, and it was a big night for her, and people were like, oh, the Becky period. No, Becky put a shine on that girl, and right now, again, she's in the mix. She's not in the main title picture, which is fine. She's growing. She's developing. Her and Fallon are having good matches. There will be a rematch to this. I think they're doing well. I think she hasn't lost a thing.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and we talked about it, I think it was either Saturday or the other night, as we've got Corbin and Braun backstage, I guess, on the set of Who Gives a Fuck Land. But that
said you're an arrogant a-hole, and he goes,
they're going to end up a goddamn tag team, and I hate this.
Why do you want me to be my partner for the Dusty Classic?
That's what this is going to be. God damn it. I don't like that for Braun because Braun should have been a guy that's been on the main roster by now.
Yeah, and I understand that argument. I really do, but I do think that they're not rushing talent, especially with so much going on the main roster. You bring Braun up, and who you will? What's Braun going to do? He's not going to take Cody's spot. He's not going to take. He's not going to take fucking Sammy's spot. He's not going to take, all this top talent, Punk and Randy, and so you keep them going. You keep them active. You put them in the Dusty Classic. It'll probably lead to some type of rivalry, but again, I just think it's waiting. And he will be in the Rumble, I think.
Fair enough. Well, I'll compound that with what I was talking about before with the whole Tiffany thing of I think her going with Becky 100%. It's like showing a guy that's on, your minor league club when he can go one-on-one with somebody that's on your main club and can hold their own. Yeah. It's 100% a testament. Now I worry though with somebody like Braun with this that it's very much maybe you're having somebody stay down too much. But
keep in mind the landscape shifted enough where they really have made NXT the third brand, and they want to continue it to be a third brand. So not everybody that kind of gets over is going to be instantly sent elsewhere because they want high-end talent on this particular show. So I understand that, as fans, we were eager. And I think the IWC's kind of got this thing of like, if somebody loses, they're buried. And I hate that term because I think at times like Tiffany just lost. It doesn't bury her. It was a good match. It's a good story. It's a good angle. Braun in this, I mean, I'm curious. But again, I'd rather him do something of value on NXT than do nothing on Raw.
Valid. And this somehow actually manages to help Corbin as well. But
yeah, Corbin needs it.
Yeah. As I'm getting a Obafemi package. Pause.
Yes. The final of the men's breakout. Riley Osborne, Obafemi. Should be a good one.
Yes. And speaking of breaking out.
There you go. Nick breaking out for a pause for the cause. And Ridge Holland sitting down in the back about to do an interview. Up next, folks, we are in a commercial break. I will take a moment to remind everybody we are back tomorrow, a celebration of sorts, as we're kind of celebrating 5 years of AEW. Dynamite is going to be live. We will be here live for it, covering it all night long. Will Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné, will she be in the house? We will find out. Thursday, we will be live. We haven't officially put that up yet. Friday, we got New Year's Revolution, triple threat. Who will be the number one contender for Roman at Royal Rumble? This should be a hell of a match. You got RKO, you got AJ Styles, you got LA Knight. So we're packed all week long, folks. Of course, the weekend brings Collision and some other stuff, but make sure you hit like and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. We appreciate everyone for being here. We just, like 20 minutes ago, hit 3.3K subscribers. So thank you for that. We are on fire right now, just like the wrestling is. So, and the channel, the page apparently. So thank you. You are far too kind, and we appreciate it. So make sure you're here for all our live coverage. Nobody does cover live wrestling like we do. I got a question. Well, what is it? Maybe Braun could be the one to dethrone Gunther, possibly in time. Yeah. And I think, and I get it. I think we were so used to, NXT talent comes in, gets themselves to the top, and then they move on. But I think what has changed a little bit with NXT over the last little bit here is the fact that it is developmental, but it's not purely the feeder system that it was. It's on TV. It's a 2-hour show every week. Like Nick contests every week that it's the most consistent wrestling show out there. So I do believe that there's a method to the madness. And we saw a lot of wrestlers get shoved up to the main roster and never become anything or fall flat. So you find storylines and angles. Like a Roxanne could have gone up. She was a champion. Braun's been a champion. Ilja is probably due to get up at some point. So I think it's patience, right? And, you're dealing with athletes that are still in their young, early 20s. there is time. And I think they just want to make sure that if you're going to bring a Braun Breaker up, if you're going to bring a Tiffany up, that they have something for them. It's done with purpose, opposed to what we had seen in the past of like, doesn't matter how good you are, you could be the Karrion Kross of the world where you dominated NXT, but you jobbed on the main roster. So I think Triple H is very cognizant of that. He has an affection for the NXT talent, and I think he wants to do right by them. And I think that's changed the dynamic in NXT a little bit. And I think you'll see people spend more time in NXT for that reason. Build up a fan base. People will tune in to see Braun Breaker. People will tune in to see the regulars because they're unique to that show. If they keep losing all the over talent, then you can't really have that as that third brand. That's my take anyway. Breaker with intellectual Damien Sandow. There you go. Is he copyrighting? I missed it. What was your question? Where is Apollo Cruz? I don't know. We saw Apollo come back down to NXT. He was doing like the equalizer gimmick, where he was visualizing shit. Had a couple good matches. I think Apollo's a great wrestler. I think Apollo struggles with personality. I don't think Vince did him any justice by putting him in as the Nigerian prince. I mean, the gimmick worked as being, I come from lineage, I have wealth, I'm arrogant, I have an attitude, but then you gave him the accent. If he was just himself, the Apollo Crews we had witnessed for 4 or 5 years and spoke normally, that gimmick might have gotten over. But I don't know where Cruz is right now. I think he's still doing like main event spots, helping young talent get over. Be very interesting. Unbroken, I like that. What did Unbroken say? Did I miss it? Oh, yeah, I got that one. I want a McDouble. Good old McDouble. Let's go. Let's get a stack of them. Let's go, Oba. Yeah, I got Oba coming up. But right now I think I'm getting the package for Vengeance Day. So the shows don't stop. We will be here live Saturday, February 4th for Vengeance Day. On Monday Night Raw, VHS has spoken. Okay, there you go. Has spoken in catering. There just isn't a spot for him right now. Yeah, I mean, to me, Apollo's a guy that's got to latch onto a faction, or he needs a heater. He needs somebody that can help get him over. It's just, he's very similar to Bobby Lashley of like, he's a super nice guy. So he struggles to kind of get that connection with the crowd. And when he's a heel, it doesn't really fit. As a baby face, he's a little boring. But we're in the back. We got Gigi talking to Cora. What is this new trend about getting typing on your chest? I don't get the typing on the chest tattoos. Maybe I'm just old. Apollo Crews in a Tesla on a Tesla to the moon. There you go. Speaking of to the moon, where's Cameron Grimes? All right, so Gigi and Cora not getting along. So KJ, what the hell was Triple H's announcement? When was he? Did he make an announcement? Was he supposed to make an announcement? Help me. I need some context on that one, my friend. As we're back with Ridge Holland. So Ridge is taking time in NXT officially. Good win for Fallon, but that's back-to-back losses for Tiffany. I wonder where she goes from here. She'll be fine. She's a star. So she's going to do we're going to get a couple segments of her being on the farm. We're all going to chuckle at it, of the rich girl that doesn't, want to get dirty or work in the mud. And Fallon's going to give her a hard time. And then it's probably going to lead to a payoff match, a blow-off match, right? And then she'll go over, I imagine, Fallon at that point, and then she'll move on to other things for sure. But it's a decent storyline, a decent rivalry, and that's, you need more than just your main event rivalries to keep the show relevant. So now Ridge is talking about when he blew both his legs out in NXT. Oh, don't show those pictures, man. His ankle, his kneecap. Oh. It's interesting because everybody talks about the injuries that Ridge has been involved with on others. Big E, Elton, now Ilja, the angle. But here's, in a very simple spot, he caught a man, but the weight of catching the man blew his legs out. Maybe this can turn into a story where Fallon and Tiffany become friends and Tiffany becomes less pompous. That'd be interesting. Do they run that whole? It's kind of got Adam Cole, MJF vibes of like, the snobby kid and the kind of down to earth kid. But yeah, maybe they kind of get along for a little bit. Maybe. I feel like I can't always look at the NXT guys as call ups. We need to look at NXT as a brand. Yeah, Richard, that's I think what I'm kind of. I think we're so used to like the black and gold tradition of NXT of KO's champion, he's going to move up. Nakamura becomes champion, he moves up. They come back and kind of do like a send off match, and then they're done. I think this changed when you separate. When you put it on its own show, you do need some consistency. If the fan base of NXT gets into a character and then they're gone, it's hard to keep people invested. So I think that's their goal. This is kind of heartfelt. Ridge Snow, the picture of his twins. I feel like we can't. Oh, I got that one. Oh no, this interview setup is giving me Lars Sullivan vibes. Wow, Chris. Wow, okay. I was trying to be positive about it, but Lars Sullivan's not a good way to go. Interesting. I love your work. Thank you. I'll take that. Larry could be fun. He could manage him if he doesn't wrestle anymore. What did Larry say? Oh, we're back on the McDoubles. Bacon McDouble. You got to have bacon. Bacon is king. Okay, so he's saying I don't aimlessly try and hurt people. I don't intend to hurt people. But I don't necessarily love that in wrestling because you are technically trying to beat up your opponent. Interesting. Maybe they become a tag team for storyline. It could be a thing. It extends it, and then eventually they get sick of each other, and then you get the blow off match. Could be a thing. Could be a thing. Fallon shows her like the benefits, the life benefits of hard work. And we've seen this gimmick how many times? It's been something that WWE and wrestling has run up how many times of, either the unsophisticated person trying to become sophisticated or vice versa, right? The Richie, the Richie rich being pulled down into the streets. All right, that was a very interesting interview. Heartfelt, again, trying to just address the fact that this is going to be an NXT run for Ridge Holland. It's kind of funny because he's stuck between a rock and a hard place of he explains, like, I'm not here to hurt people, but generally wrestlers are, I'm going to take you out, brother. Like, it's a little interesting for me. And here comes Oba Femi. Lexi needs a heavy by his side to help him win matches. Yeah, I agree with that, Keyshawn. I think he could benefit from like, with the attitude that he's presenting. I think he could really benefit from somebody kind of, Shawn Michaels Diesel vibes, right? Give him Dijak. Nick's gonna yell at me. Give him Dijak. If you want to get to Lexus, you gotta go through Dijak. Someone needs to shut up the interviewer. You can't do an interview if the interviewer doesn't speak, my guy. It's called a promo. KJ, who shows up on SmackDown Friday as a debut or return? Well, I was kind of hoping Andrade would be here tonight. He could show up on Friday. I mean, there is a spot for him within that LWO war where he would fit in nicely. I always joke that Santos took Escobar's. Oh, wait, sorry, I got distracted. Squirrel Girl is all excited because Riley touched her hand. We're going to get the Bart Simpson. I'll never wash it again. But yeah, I think maybe Andrade, again, the focus is really going to be on that triple threat match. So we might not get a ton, as far as big surprises. But I'm looking forward to that triple threat for the #1 contendership. Fallon already was a tag with Kiana. Now she has Tiffany. What's with Fallon dealing with all these high-class women? She definitely is jelly of them. That's it. She's always trying to align herself with, the upper level is the way she looks at it. That's a good take, Chris. I like that. But we're setting it up. Let me know. Get in that chat. Who you guys taking? We got 70 plus hanging out with us tonight. Who are you taking as your men's breakout tournament winner? Oba. I don't know. Oba just seems like such a force. Oba for the win. McNasty. I don't know. Like, so here, y'all do McGangbangs? That sounds so fucking plausible. I'm waiting for Nick just to pop up and be like, what? McRib. McRib's not as big here as it is there in the US of A. There you go. There he is.
What? Yeah. Why are we talking about that? Why?
Because you actually brought up the other night the epic mealtime with the McGangbangs.
What the hell?
Exactly.
What are you accusing me of? I'm not Chris Jericho. I don't have NDAs. I didn't do nothing.
This is where you take a junior chicken.
I know what the thing is.
All right, so I was
why
making
you
sure.
accusing me of talking about it?
This is cultural. I got to figure it out.
Cultural appropriation.
I got that one.
But I like that you said that Oba seems like a force. Like, that's just a scary name of you're taking on Oba. Like, this man's whole name is just a sound. Like,
yeah, no, big, strong, and the energy. He brings an energy to the arena. Like, he gets your attention when he walks through the door.
That's a grown man. That's what that is. That's a grown man.
That's a grown-ass man.
Right. That's a grown-ass man right now. From one grown-ass man to another grown-ass man. That's a grown-ass man.
KG changed his camera angle. His arms look bigger today. I don't ever change shit around here.
He's going to pump it up. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nick.
It's amazing. Yeah. It's fantastic.
Right.
We're just, when we get off stream, we're just going to do the fucking Predator like handshake and everything.
I shouldn't have kicked on Daniels, son of a bitch. Fucker. Have you seen how they make the McRib? It's weird. No, I haven't seen it. I don't like to know how that food's made. Like, people constantly want to tell you, you know how that's made? I don't care. It tastes good.
But that's part of the problem, sir. You're part of the problem.
Like, Taco Bell meat comes in a bag. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I will when I'm done. Should Theory go back to NXT and hold the title? No, maybe. Nah. That's a tough one.
Well, I heard your whole talk about it being a separate brand and everything. I do get that to an extent, but then why do you call it the main roster, etc., if it's not a bit of an elevation? Why? I get that you need some consistency.
But I think something that we've taken to, like we've held on to as fan base. But I think there's been a shift in the company for that perspective.
I think it's a shift in the pacing of it. I guess I could agree with you on that. Like you said, right now, and going back to what I talked about with The Rock, of why it could happen at Chamber versus Mania is right now everything on the main roster, like you said, is already pretty much filled up, already pretty much stacked out. So I don't need to add somebody that's going to just get lost in the mist, versus, could still be down there and at least be doing something prominent, even if it's not the greatest of things. I don't like him and Baron as a tag team. Like, it'd be fun, but I know Braun could be so much more.
And I agree with that to an extent, right? Like you're again, and I think both arguments are fair. And it's kind of what Lady's saying here is that there's got to be a method to the madness. Like Indy sitting idle, but now she did get hurt, but she's kind of back. But again, sitting and catering, and doing main event matches, I'd rather see him in the Dusty Classic with some type of angle with Corbin, opposed to not doing anything.
Very valid, but I think he could be in that U.S. title picture. He could be the same spot where Carmelo is. Like, that's the thing, is if Carmelo's going to be there, if we're all saying Carmelo should be on the main roster, why aren't we feeling that same way with Braun?
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, I mean, again, yes, but I think there's just being a little more methodical, right? I think we're past the days of Vince just wasting the NXT talent, right?
Oh, 100%.
KJ, like Taro Tokes Mendo breath on tap, 28.9. Boy, you got to hit me up and get some of that Canadian 30 plus. I don't fuck with anything less than 30.
Man was out here speaking in code.
Yeah, we got it. We're me and AJ are on the team.
Concentrate.
What do you guys think if they let Randy win the title? Cody finishes the story through Randy. Orton gets a rematch at SummerSlam. No, but I could see Randy being one of Cody's first rivals.
Oh, absolutely. If Cody ends up world champ on either side, Randy's right there.
Yeah. The reason I think that whether it's Triple H's fault or not, I don't really know who to blame, but I think they've pot committed on the finishing the story, who the villain of the story is, where the final battle takes place. Like, that's all kind of predestined at this point. It's got to be Roman. It's got to be Mania. It's got to be Cody on the come up. Like, it feels preordained, right?
A little bit, but it's very fitting. It's the situation that's the story that needs to be told, because Roman is your top bad guy. He is your top villain. He is your generational talent. And I saw somebody say it earlier today that the finishing the story kind of storyline means as much to Cody Rhodes, the person, as it does the character. So I think that they're very much still going to pay that off at some point. It's a matter of when, not if.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. And that's what I feel like, and again, just because we know, like, you go to a lot of movies, the good guy is going to win in the movie, but it's how the good guy wins that matters. So I'm curious to see how the next few months play out.
I mean, then again, unless you get, the Avengers Endgame, WrestleMania 39, to where you think the good guy's going to win, and then Thanos just snaps everybody and just says, how about that? You have Roman Reigns win, and Cody's just sitting there. That's the picture that's been shared around the most after The Rock showed up last night, is Cody just sitting there in the ring at 39.
Yeah, right.
1,000-yard stare.
Oh, jawbreaker. Oba's a beast, man. That Uranagi knee breaker, or
he literally just no-sold 2 jawbreakers.
Yeah, Oba's a tank. 6'4". Built like a linebacker.
Built like a goddamn defensive lineman. Fucking linebacker. If that's the linebacker coming through, just don't touch me. I'll dance around you. Just don't touch me.
Yes, Daniel. I'll give Daniel your flowers. I totally walked into the booby trap. How I got here.
Wait, what now?
Yeah, pause.
Okay.
Oh.
We've randomly got JC Jane.
Well,
and
this whole love
here.
Angle thing happening with Squirrel Lady and Miles.
I was trying to think of like 10 jokes, and my brain just overloaded right there.
And then who do I see? Squirrel Man.
All right.
Picture in picture right now. No picture in picture in my neck of the woods.
Well, that's also probably delayed, but yeah, no, I haven't had a single picture in picture.
No, I never got one. Did you almost say him and Baron as a Corbin?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I cannot confirm or deny at this point.
Vitamins are a thing, right? I'm not gonna entertain internet rumors.
Facts.
Wait, I need my puffy hat and my sunglasses.
Yeah. Is JC more of a star than Gigi? At this juncture, yes, I would say yes. Yes.
No.
No?
No. No.
No? Yes. She's
Fuck.
involved in
I
Chase U.
don't want to
Man.
admit it. It hurts so much to admit it.
Yeah.
No.
Now, Corey and Gigi seem like they're going to get at it, and that will boost Gigi's stock. But Gigi's been stale, and JC's
No,
been.
because she's going to lose to Cora, who just came back.
I hope there's a bit of like, I lose one, you win one. Like, I hope that we go back and forth a little here. But JC's been in the Chase U storyline, very prevalent on this show. Love it or hate it, it's prevalent.
Yeah. I still stand by my statement of Marty kicked HBK Marty kicked HBK.
Snake eyes. You're right. It's true. But that hurt Gigi more than it hurt
booking. He fucking just yeeted that man.
Yeah. Goodbye, sack of potatoes.
Oh, right. I don't even know what to call that move outside of literally the sack of potatoes toss.
Right, and that's it. Yeah.
One,
emphatic power bomb.
Obafemi already looks like a guy. I know we've talked about this.
Yeah.
But just throw him. He's better suited being a background guy with Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
Than just being here, being a man playing amongst boys.
He's ridiculous. Like he is. Yeah.
He talked to that man like he was nothing.
Dominated this tournament. Dominated this whole process. Woo.
Yeah, he knees up there on discount Evan Bourne.
Oba versus Strowman. There you go.
Big beefy boy slapping meat. Do you get him in a match with Jonah?
Jonah?
Right.
Honestly,
Johnson Reed. We sat there and went back to his indie name. That's how much we've watched.
Right. We got to find Oba first, or Odyssey. We found Oba. We got to find Odyssey for that match.
Yeah. It's been exactly an odyssey to find Odyssey.
Right. But there you go. Your 2024 men's breakout tournament winner. And then we transitioned to Out the Mud.
Yeah. What the shit?
Oba versus Damien. Okay. No, Oba's got something for sure. We're all fam here. We won't tell on you for your vitamins. Oh, you can tell all you want. I'm allowed.
I was going to say, well, don't worry. we call it vitamins not because of y'all or because of anybody. It's because of the algorithms. Because of that lovely YouTube overlord.
Behind the curtain. What am I looking at right now? Yeah. Let's go.
Man, just like, I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this.
It's an embarrassment of riches. Can you see Obafemi being in a stable with the Timberland brothers? Maybe. I guess Out the Mud. I'm assuming. They got scripts. They got little Oba. Maybe Obafemi with scripts.
Are they supposed to be the Timberland brothers?
I'm guessing. Anthony, you can correct me, but I'm guessing.
I'm going to just say no to all of that. I think none of that statement was accurate.
I think it's Gigi Cora tag team versus Tiffany and Fallon. Interesting.
Well, and you did touch on it, and I know obviously I'm a Tiffany fan, so I will always want her to win. But it's 100% going to be, we've seen it, tale as old as time of, it's going to be the comedic relief. It's going to be, like you said, it's going to be the snooty rich girl that actually has to, get covered in mud and deal with, pink shit and everything. Pause.
Ooh. See, they're setting Kiana James to go after Lyra. I'm especially with Izzy here.
Who?
Who? Yeah. How dare you ask who? We're asking that about you.
That's her name, 100%. Who?
I used to hit volleyballs and bitches in my free time.
I don't know. It looks like a lot of volleyballs or at least balls hit you in your face, madam.
Ouch. Puts on a fuzzy hat, wig, and shades. we've got we've got a great safety record here. I'll put our safety record against anyone. Squirrel.
Where's that one? You get a star.
Yeah, Daniel, give him a star.
You
Even
get
though
a
he
star.
took a shot at me, I don't like him.
No, you're fine. But yeah, 100% of. Yeah, it's so funny. I feared for my life. I've never been more scared at a pro wrestling show. Too, we have the safest company ever.
Well, listen, let's look. The counter argument to that is that he was afraid for his life, and they fired the thing that made him afraid, so they're safe again. However, we've watched the show for 4 years, Nick, 5 years now. We've watched a lot of unsafe shit.
Well, and again, even sorry, I wanted to shout out, and I hate that I'm pointing this out, but the man's got Trick Willie on his tights with the Gucci print and everything. So I do like it. But yeah, on the same show last night we watched the match get stopped because Giovanni they followed through with concussion protocol. Meanwhile, the same company, the safest company in the world, we saw Moxley take 2 finishers straight on his head as he was already concussed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sick of just placating Tony like he's the fucking it's the kid at the birthday party.
Yeah, everything's perfect. Oh fuck, what is it? You know what? Fucking Grown-ups 2 and the little kid, the Kevin James kid, and then they can't get any of the answers right, but his mom keeps like, what's 2 + 2? He's like 8, and she's like, that's exactly it. That's
right. Good on you.
Right? Like, oh, you got another one right. That's excellent. Like, spell cat, RFT. No, amazing. Like,
I am so smart. I mean, SMRT. I mean, SMART.
Here's the thing. If Tony would have said at the media scrum, we pride ourselves in being as safe as possible. Sometimes things don't work out, but we do our best to be a safe company. Then nobody says anything. The problem with Tony Khan is he consistently says, we have the best. We are the best in this. We are the best in that. And that's where the fans go, why does everyone hate on us? Because you are putting yourself up to comparison and you fail at that point.
I respectfully almost wouldn't hate what he said if he wasn't wearing it looking like fucking Elton John doing the Crocodile Rock.
But Benny and the Jets.
Right. But Benny. That's the thing. I understand. Oh, I saw some people. Well, he can't have fun. As we're in commercial break. God knows what number now. But he can't have fun. He can't relax or enjoy time with the wrestlers. Oh, because Tony Storm gave him. That's fine. No one had a problem with that. Everybody loved Tony Storm's whole sit there segment and everything. And see, she's even messing with Tony. All of that. That's fine. The second you're getting asked a serious question, guess what? You should act like a serious boss, a serious owner.
We talked about it.
Yeah, you are still, at the end of the day, you're supposed to be the leader in this situation, not the one getting led. And that's the thing. Tony's the one getting led, not the leader here.
Right. Savage mode, Nick, is now on. Okay. There you go. Going savage.
You can have that.
Kiana James quoting CM Punk. Nice. I missed it.
Thanks.
Dun, dun, dun. No, but that's it. Just be serious. Like, again, you want to play around with it. Again, we just watched another company and we talk about it. Triple H does his 10 minutes, talks about the pay-per-view, the company, and any questions, and then lets the stars be the stars. They're not sitting, like Triple H would not be sitting next to Tony Storm. Therefore, would not be wearing the hat and the glasses. See the difference?
The biggest moment you got from Triple H is talking about Slim Jims and talking about how the big return everybody wants to talk about, R-Truth.
But he wants the stars to be the stars. He wants them to be. He's not sitting in between Cody and Jay, and they're going yeet, yeet, and then he's sitting there going yeet, yeah, yeet,
yeah, yeet, yeet,
right?
yeet.
Like, come on now. So that's
I'm Tony Khan.
Yeah, and that's where the differences fall in. But I forever think Tony's mistake is when you start telling people that you're the best at something, people will poke holes in what you're saying unless you can stand up to it. And their company hasn't had a good safety record. We saw the Matt Hardy spots where it was completely unsafe and mishandled. We saw multiple Moxley spots mishandled. We've saw multiple wrestlers break their nose, and people go, "Well, but injuries happen in wrestling." You rarely get that kind of shit in other companies, even companies that are doing more aggressive shit, because they're doing it better. They're not, just showing up on a Wednesday and they haven't wrestled in 3 months and they're good in the ring, fight this person. So
Right.
That he can try and be safe, but it's that we're the safest in the world. People are going to fight you on that. Say less.
And even then, like I said, still, if you came across talking about that professionally, still lands 10 times different than you're out there, as I see Daniel with the Crocodile Rock and I'm a Rocket Con.
I'm a Rocket Con.
Rocket Con. Now, isn't that the one that sued Cornette earlier in 2023?
Right.
And yes, Juan, yes, I'm very much a Nikita fan, but I think they've just underbooked her.
No, it just I honestly think injuries have hampered her, right? So she's got to get her groove going. She'll get it there. She young, she'll figure it out. She a rookie.
Well, and again, she's been one of those was a highly touted prospect and then has just been on the sidelines the whole time. Like I said, the last time when Nikita Mania was running wild and we had, Thickamania going crazy through NXT, it was like 2022, I feel like, because for the most part, she's been on the sidelines, or she'll come in, she'll be there for like 2 weeks and then she's hurt again.
Right. Oh, Chase U. Why did he, because he's low on money, he forgot how to tuck in his shirt?
Yeah, why do they still look like they just crawled out from behind a dumpster here?
What were you two doing?
They took Baron Corbin's gimmick and just gave it to Chase U.
Yeah, apparently. Looks like Duke was in the back trying to get extra credits off Chase.
Yeah, do something strange for a little piece of change.
Yeah. Kiana James gained my respect at Halloween Havoc. I like Kiana James. I really do.
Yeah, you're a big more on her than I am.
She's on the come up. Is she going to be a heel for the future?
Fair enough.
Trey says her finisher is horrible. Also, who you got it? Context is king, my guy.
Right. This is 100% intention. This is an American Pie movie that just went straight into the $5 Walmart bin.
I'm enjoying.
Do something strange for a little piece of change.
Oh, by the way, the champion's just hanging out behind them. Can we move the university along?
You're right. With now Tatum's showing up here. She's showing up. So this is your crazy obsessed stalker.
Yeah, welcome to Single White Female Part 2.
Single Irish female.
Oh, Axiom and Nathan. So this is apparently the backstage segment of the show.
Yeah, this is your I guess we're not getting Trick versus Ilja, so run some time here.
Mm-hmm. Right. I like
JC. Hey, there's Nost Malone out here looking like a guy who should have been an actor in Iron Claw right now with that fucking Kentucky waterfall and the mustache.
He looks like the creepy guy in the corner of a strip club.
Just keeps ordering ginger ale.
Oh, wait. They're back. Social gathering. Forgot about these guys.
I like this, though. This has now become a thing of like Axiom gets Nathan Frazier to end up talking out his ass. And he's like, why didn't you tell me, bro? Bro, I was winking at you.
Yeah, right. So they're going to be in the Dusty. They're going to be in the Dusty. The Dusty's starting to fill up.
Shout out Anofi out there with the teddy bear jacket. I actually kind of dig that.
All right. Yeah, Chase U's been a struggle for me. That's one of the hard pills. Like week in and week out, we get good matches, and then there's like a Chase U segment that I could do without.
Well, before that was the Bar Rescue, the Fallon Henley Briggs and Jensen, Brooks and Dunn segment.
The family. It's funny. We're just going from like a bunch of backstage scenes.
Well, yeah, it's 100. Well, and it's all tag team shit now because we announced that we're going to bring back the Dusty Classic. So now we're just tag team.
This girl is so hard to listen to.
I don't know. She must be from being in New York. She sounds like a lot of people I know.
Yeah. You're like, oh, who's that? She's like, hey.
I'm out here like, how you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
And you're like, she's insufferable. I'm like, how you doing?
Like, oh, why are you so aggressive?
That's New York females,
guy. For sure. Oh, wait. Gacy in the trunk. What the fuck is going on this show?
You've heard of Elf on the Shelf, but have you heard of Gacy in the trunk? Oh, the guy that was in there.
Gacy in the Spacey?
I'm trying to think of something.
As long as it's not the Kevin. I've never cared for the gimmick, Richard. Yeah, I'm with you. Nikita Lyons leg drop. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, considering she's had knee issues, I think she should maybe consider a different finisher. Aesthetically fun to watch.
Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted by Anthony's comment that I'm trying to figure out if it's English or not.
Okay. Yes. I like this one by Daniel. American by 12, Grandpa Stifler.
Nick Wayne's mom has got it going on.
Grandpa Stifler, the legend of the blue pill.
Also starring Harrison Ford.
Nah. Here comes Grayson Waller. This reminds me of Trish and Mickey storyline. Yeah, exactly. Right down that, obsessive fan, obsessive friend. Yeah, definitely a page out of that book.
Oh, that's absolutely what it's supposed to be.
JC and Thea are going to start on OnlyFans to Bello Chase You. That should take about a week and a half to raise that money then. There you go.
Do something strange for a little piece of change.
Social gathering.
How do you feel, though, that this is how we're ending the show? I feel like we're going to potentially end the show on the weakest note here.
Weakest note? Trick versus Waller's the weakest note? Why? Because
of what it could have, should have, would have been.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to deal the cards you're dealt. You got to play them, and I mean, a Waller Trick match. I think it's going to be a good match, and I like the idea. Waller comes down and says, "If I beat you, I take your title shot. If you beat me, you keep your title shot." It just adds to the Trick legend. I like it. I'm okay with it. It's not what I wanted. We got 2 title matches that got wiped out tonight.
Right.
Look, Booker T getting into it. What?
Yeah, because I think Booker T sees himself as Trick Williams.
I get the comparable for sure. You got Trick out there doing the scissor kick and shit.
Oh, 100%. If Booker was never in Harlem Heat and was just started off as like top singles guy or upper mid card singles guy, he 100% relates to Trick, which granted is warranted because Trick to me is a star.
Yeah. For sure. Game, there was some good parts. Braun and Mandy's title reign. Yeah, the 2-point error. I took 4 weeks off in the.
You gave up during that. I stuck it out.
Nick's like I'm the NXT guy. Yeah, I took 4 weeks off and gave it to Cliff Piff. But once they started transitioning back, I came back because it got better again. There was some real tough spots near the end there where Vince and Bruce were just destroying it.
The entire crowd right now is just whoop that Trick. And I will say, though, it's incredibly impressive to me with NXT of 90 to 95% of their top talent right now are all in-house grown talent. It's not anybody that was oh, so and so from the Indies, and we signed them and we changed their name, like an
Mm-hmm.
Adam Cole, like Gunther, anything like that. Now it's been strictly like Tricks, a former football player that they turned into one of your top guys in pro wrestling. Same thing with Braun. I mean,
Yeah,
he's got the lineage, but yeah.
we just saw it with Oba. Yeah, there's a couple like Blair's done some stuff, but again, minimal compared to what it used to be. It's great.
Right.
They're developing their own talent. It's really good.
That's when a team's scary is when they can develop their own prospects in-house and don't have to, sign free agents.
Yeah, you can sign the free agents we don't want to pay. We're developing the next generation of those talents, so we'll be fine. Right? Tony Khan, if you want to overpay for if you want to give Sasha Banks more money than we're willing to, that's fine. We got 15 Sasha Banks. We're good.
Oh, accusations.
Right? It's not that far off.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm clearly not a fan of Sasha, but yeah.
Oh, Waller saying fuck this.
This shit, I'm out.
Hopefully a bigger
taking Trick. Curtis taking Grayson. Damon saying whoop that Trick. Chris just saying accusations.
Right.
James actually brings up a really good point. Too bad Ring of Honor isn't on the same trajectory as NXT.
Yeah. I think you and I have said it a million times here, right?
I'm so at this point, I'm getting sick and tired of saying it.
Yeah. But that's exactly what it like. Basically, Tony Khan should take 2 or 3 people he really trusts, like they've done with Shawn Michaels, previously Triple H, and just say, run it. We're going to give you all the talent we have that's under 25, the Billy Starks and the Nick Waynes and the up and coming talent, and you get them ready to be on Dynamite.
Yeah, but he can't do that with anything. So that's the problem right there.
Yeah, delegation not a strong suit for this man.
Right. Discus elbow from Grayson. Stomps Trick onto the outside. Baseball slide into a clothesline.
I got Waller the wanker. As long as you don't have him by the wanker, JV, you're good to go.
Pause on all of that.
All of that.
Commercial break again.
Yeah, Dustin's a good show. You got a lot of talent. You got guys there that know what they're doing. Believe it or not, Matt Hardy is a guy that's got a good wrestling mind. Well, maybe not anymore, but once upon a time, and I mean, even some of his critics have admitted, like Jim Cornette suggested that, just go run like a South Carolina promotion because you can do it. Like you do have the creative mind to pull it off. But you got guys like Dustin and other guys sprinkled in there that could run a Ring of Honor easily.
Do we get to an era or revert back to almost to where you get people that do almost a kind of territory type thing? Like say if you're a Matt Hardy, you do a North Carolina based kind of wrestling shows and everything. Obviously NWA is still out there, but do we start to see more of a divide amongst wrestling? Because we need something. We need some competition here.
But I think over the last year, 2 years, we've seen that influx, and I kind of like it's close. Like it's getting closer than it's been in many years because you have the GCWs, the Revolvers, the XPWs, the Progress. You got all these little ones popping up that kind of do just, they don't all go national. So you do kind of have this like regional feel to it. Lone Star Wrestling, like it's growing again, I think, because of fighting.
100%. And that's why, like we were talking about, I think, especially on Saturday, of no one wants AW to fail. We just want you to be better because if you go down, no one else is getting that shot. No one else is trusting somebody else, some other billionaire's kid to sit there and run a show on TV in pro wrestling, I feel, if Tony goes down.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not. I mean, it's always, again, and yeah, it's a bad look. I don't want it to go anywhere. I like AEW. I want it to stick around. I want it to be good. That's why I get so mad at it, just because I'm consistently disappointed.
Right. You want you know, Christ, we were sitting there paying attention all through fantasy football and everything like that. You want, you know, your Ravens versus your 49ers. You want a good back and forth game versus, you know, somebody just getting stomped out.
Unless you got 49ers and then you're in the semifinals. Fucking hell. Tony likes cartoon dog with a room burning around him. Oh, yeah. He's like,
I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'm fine. Everything's good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you put Ring of Honor directly in competition with TNA? You could. I mean,
you kind of have.
Well, you kind of buried Ring of Honor on the Honor Club, right? So you and I have said many times, others have said it. That Rampage show should be Ring of Honor Rampage, and you make it a destination for people to tune in to see the best young, upscale independent wrestling in the world.
But you throw in some veterans like NXT started to do lately.
Yeah.
Especially with a guy like Eddie Kingston just won the Triple Crown Championship 100%. And he doesn't want to be on AEW. So now you're the star of Ring of Honor.
But I personally don't think Eddie should have anything to do with Ring of Honor. I don't think he should be the Ring of Honor champion. Again, it's not the right type of guy. Like he's past that, and I think he should be on the main card, fighting for main card titles. Again, these meaningless belts. He's a Triple Crown winner. You handed him all 3 belts together. What the fuck?
That's called a Triple Crown.
But it was all within the tournament. Like you created, you made it be that way, right? Like it's just, I don't think Eddie should be anything to do with Ring of Honor. I think he's above that.
And I'm almost going to be arguing against myself, or at least my fandom here with this, because yes, I think Eddie should be up there competing for the world title and everything like that.
Even a TNT
but I still think he almost works like he needs to regain that momentum that he had with the Players Tribune piece and everything like that. I think they have done a good job of not burying him, but goddamn it, if they haven't thrown dirt on him.
Oh, I feel like he was all right, pretty much down and out at one point. Like when he kind of did that whole I quit here and went to Ring of Honor. Yeah, I think that was desperation. But again, I don't think the Kingdom or MJF or any of these people should have Ring of Honor titles. I don't think any of your key guys, like we have so many belts running around Dynamite and Collision. It just shouldn't be a thing. But he's got a half crab. And that's Waller.
Strick just military crawling to the ropes here. Sorry, we'll get back to the action here.
Right. Can you see there a possibility of being another WCCW run by one of the family like you saw with the Vaughn, Eric? Well, again, it all depends. I mean, it's a different time, but you got these smaller regional indies kind of popping up more and more, right?
Well, I don't even want to exactly fully say regional, but like you bring up a good point of like GCW, you now have these smaller promotions, a Wrestling Revolver, etc., that are popping up. Like Impact 100% was considered a smaller promotion and now could arguably be the top 2 promotion in the US right now. So go ahead.
I'm sorry, I was just Dale's comment distracted me. Vic Joseph said a former NXT champion will show up on this main event. Interesting.
I have not caught that, and so Carmelo, Jinder Mahal, was Jinder Mahal an NXT champion?
No, but that'd be awesome. That would be hilarious.
You gotta just believe.
This match is going well, folks. Good energy. Hate that finisher, Ben. Thank you, Trick.
As pops him up and just eat that fist. 2 count.
I don't know how many people out there are planning to get in a fist fight anytime soon, but do not run in the opposite direction, turn around, and then roll at your opponent. It won't work.
This isn't Mortal Kombat. This isn't Street Fighter. You don't gain extra momentum because you roll at your opponent. No, you realistically just give them an opportunity to just boot you in the goddamn face.
Mm-hmm. One thing about Hunter, he definitely loves to tell a long story. He takes his cerebral assassin. He's playing chess when other people are playing checkers, and he's a long-term storyteller for sure.
100%. Now we're getting the MCU version of the WWE.
Right?
Yeah, and CM Punk's playing Iron Man.
Both men on top, looking for the superplex. Swerve needs to be AEW champ.
Don't tell us, tell Tony that. We all know that. Tony needs to know that.
I believe he will be. How could he not be?
He goes over Joe?
Yeah, eventually.
Fair enough.
I don't know how long Joe's run's going to be 100% honest with you.
I don't know what they do with any of this anymore, to be honest with you, because Max is on the sidelines. He's off the active roster, everything like that. Yeah. Adam Cole, your devil, is still in a walking boot, and the rest of the minions are involved with Ring of Honor, like you said. And Joe, Swerve's probably the next closest person you have that could go at him, but you were about to have Swerve and Keith Lee, so how far off are we there?
Yeah, I guess maybe you got to answer the Swerve Keith Lee thing at this point. So it buys time, right? It gives you, some time before
you have to. If you just ignore it. I was going to say, even if that's where you were going to have Swerve of. So how do you pull him into the world title picture that fast when you didn't win the tournament? You were now going to rehash a story from a year ago.
Because what they'll do is they'll do a random match on Dynamite. Swerve will win relatively easy, and then him and Joe will bump into each other in the back, and we're on. Like, we've watched this booking 100 times with this guy.
They'll do a triple threat for opponents. Carmelo showing up, and
wait,
even Vic Joseph saying, "Why is he out here?"
Who's the guy in the corner? Hey, look!
Ho 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 ho!
Kevin Owens! Hey, buddy! There's your former champ.
What an unsafe workplace. They just let people just show up, just pop up on screen and bunch people in the face. 3.
And your winner, Trick Williams.
Haha is funny. I don't like that.
Don't like what?
So yeah, unless right now we get something more here of just the KO shows up, like just have Trick just win it outright then. To me, that was a whole bunch of I still get it was a nice reaction, cool. We saw Kevin Owens, all of that, but in the continuity storyline,
the continuity of the storyline is Carmelo and KO just had a match together, so they're connected. Carmelo's trying to fuck Trick. KO helps Trick. The babyface helps the babyface. I'm okay with all of this. I think it was fine. Again, it wasn't the main event title match we wanted, but Trick gets a big win. You have KO get a big babyface pop, and Carmelo's still unhappy. Carmelo's still got an iffy vibe.
Oh, now they're laying it on thick. And, well, even when you have it show up where Carmelo shows up and the commentator's saying, what is he doing here? Like, Carmelo wasn't doing anything to, like, really I get what you're saying now that I had half a second to fucking think on it. But it still, to me, wasn't the greatest. I still get it. To me, I don't know. I was not super. I think it would have been better if Trick won clean.
No, well, yeah. I mean, I get it, but I mean, I think there's a lot of things at play here. And actually, Richard points out a good point here: is Grayson Waller, in theory, recently broke KO's hand, right? So, again, when you can't give what they couldn't give us the title shot they wanted to give us, so you give us a little bit of side. Again, it's not a big deal, but I thought it was all right.
Fair enough.
Yeah. All right, folks, get your rating out of 10 in the chat. Let us know what you thought of NXT tonight. Swerve. We'll come back to that some other time.
Yeah, no, just with that, that's not a hill I'm, wanting or willing to die on there or anything
Yeah.
like that.
Eric says 7 out of 10. I think that's fair. I think that's pretty solid. KO, Mello, and Waller were all in the U.S. title contender tournament. Yep. And then again, does this lead to somehow KO getting screwed over as he's going after, allowing Bobby to win the tournament? Is that still a thing, right? Right?
Is he taking on Bobby or is he taking on Escobar?
Escobar, sorry.
Yeah.
No,
Right,
KO's got to win that. KO Logan, yeah, KO Logan. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Again, 5.5 out of 10. Fair. Okay. 5 for 1. 5, sorry, Mega says. Not sure if that was his ranking or his score. 3.25 out of 5 for that match. Would have been 3.5. Yeah, no Andrade. So yeah, we wanted Andrade. We didn't get Andrade.
We could have had him twice now.
Right. Weaving storylines between brands. I'm okay with that. I like it. Nick, off topic, but since you're a boxing fan, did you see the famous promoter Cameron Duncan passed away?
No, I did not. When did I become a boxing fan?
You're just the guy.
I'm the guy. I got a guy. Every time someone says they know a guy, I guess I'm the guy.
He's the guy. Trick is the next NXT champion. I agree with you. I think you could move him up to the main roster right now and he'd get a bigger pop than some of the people that are currently wrestling. That whoop that Trick is money in the bank.
I guess that's part of, my whole feelings on everything tonight is I am, out of all those flavors to choose, I chose to be salty with this. I really wanted to see that coronation moment with Trick. If I wanted that match, everything. We had her a whole back and forth about the whole injury angle with Ridge and Ilja that played into, we saw tonight a bit with Ridge's backstage promo and clearly played into Ilja not being medically cleared and all of that. So, but I just still wanted that payoff. So I think no matter what, I was not going to be happy.
Fair enough.
I'm being honest. I'm being respectful.
That's fair. That's exactly fair. Now, I wonder if they're saving Trick's moment for Vengeance Day because it's 4 weeks away. Right at the beginning of February. So possibly. Andrade's NXT made no sense, to be honest. Kevin Owens was a nice surprise instead. All right, fair enough. 6, 7, 8,
9, 10,
9.
11,
We got 9. 7.
Ooh, I like this though. Nick, you like boxing. KJ likes Boxing Day. It is what it is.
There we go. Apparently, I like Boxing Day.
I hadn't heard too much about Boxing Day until you kept mentioning it like a bunch of times.
You guys don't. Yeah, we like.
That's not a big thing over here, at least to my knowledge. No,
there's certain provinces are like shut down on Boxing Day. Like they don't open shit.
No,
and
not
then
at all.
Boxing Day for the forever growing up was like your Black Friday, which we also have Black Friday now because we copy you guys. But like people would line up at Best Buys and shit on Boxing Day to get the big deals.
No, we replaced Boxing Day with Cyber Monday.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, all right. I didn't realize. That's funny as shit.
Yeah.
We come together as a community and learn.
All right.
7 out of 10.
Hands touching hands.
It's not my hand.
Reaching out. Pausing me. Pausing you.
7 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10.
I like that you did it in tune. 7 out of 10.
I love it. Bobby lost Escobar. That's right. My bad. I couldn't, we watch a lot of wrestling. 6.5 out of 10. KO will beat Escobar on Friday with Bobby getting involved. Possibly, I think there's a lot of things at play there, especially with Andrade possibly in the mix. But
does Andrade get involved and cost Escobar the match?
Maybe. It could work. But yeah, no, I like the idea of KO versus Logan Paul. I think those are going to make good promos.
Oh, I think that's kind of where we've been set out of here.
Trick is better than Mello. Prove me wrong. I'm not going to try. I like that. I agree with that overall. I think Trick is past Mello. He's more over. He's got better size. He's really good in the ring.
Oh, you're gonna stand on this right now.
If I had to,
we're like wrapping up and everything.
If I had to draft,
if you like this right now,
you got one draft pick left. It's either Carmelo and Trick are the guys standing there for. I'm taking Trick. Sorry, him. Sorry, him and Cricket.
It's close. I'll make you the case that it's close.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've seen more out of Carmelo on that level that I know he can deliver than Trick. We've seen Trick really show out in NXT versus we haven't seen Trick versus somebody on the main roster too much. We've seen now Carmelo, example, we're setting up, Kevin Owens. We aren't setting up Kevin Owens with Trick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think Carmelo's ahead as far as he got a faster start, but I think, I feel like Trick's the Clydesdale that's coming up behind him, like, giddy up, I'm coming. That's what nothing against Carmelo. I just think Trick has hit fire, even with his merch. Like, the him thing's great, and Carmelo's great in the ring, but Trick has just found that where if he walked out on SmackDown right now, the place would go nuts, and everybody would be into whooping that Trick and the t-shirts. Yeah, that's money.
It's almost, I don't even want to say it's exactly a Shaq and Kobe conversation, because Shaq was very much older than Kobe at the time. I think this is more of like a LeBron D Wade conversation of like they're both a little bit of like 1A to 1B at times of like there's very much aspects that you can point out on either. Like you mentioned Trick's size. That's respectfully going to be a thing.
Yeah, right. Like Trick is a big man, and when he gets in the ring with, like Trick can stand and go pretty much eye to eye with a Randy Orton, or a Bobby Lashley. There are, where poor Carmelo's
right. But then I can cut back to the crossbody spot between Ricochet and Carmelo, and Trick ain't hitting that. Trick ain't doing that.
Facts. Well, man, I don't know. He hasn't. Doesn't mean he can't. But yeah, fair argument on both ends.
I can't jump off a fucking skyscraper, but I haven't tried jumping off that. But I know I fucking can. I haven't.
Aim for the bushes.
I can get a good look at a T-bone steak by sticking my head up a cow's ass, but I'd rather take the butcher's word for it.
That's beautiful. Nick and James are battling it out in Hockey League this week. There you go.
You have that. That ain't what I'm mad at. I want football. I'm good. I'm not supposed to. I'm the American. I'm supposed to be average at best at this shit.
All right, there you go. But Trick is the new version of Booker T, and Mello just realized that he is foot is Trick is in his way. I mean, it will set up a good story. Again, we're waiting for that Ciampa Gargano moment, right?
Yeah.
But we're gonna make last call on this. So good. Nick.
Slip inside, get loose. More punch than a bowl of juice.
You went a completely different way.
Exactly. Well, we were talking about Trick, so
yeah. 8.5 out of 10. I'm going 7. I like 7 tonight. There was some downtime, but overall, I thought it was a really good show.
I'll give you 7. I'll give you that. I want to go 6.5. I'll give you 7.
Fair enough. I know you were a little less impressed than I was.
Like I said, I think it's more of like what we talked about earlier. But sometimes you fantasy book the shit in your own head, and you didn't do what I wanted you to do.
Right? Yeah. No, Marvin. It's just rumor. It's right now. It's an internet rumor. Like he does have independent dates. He is supposed to be at GCW coming up. We don't know. We're all guessing, and other people act like it's facts, but we're all guessing.
Right. Well, welcome to pro wrestling. We're all guessing. Welcome to pro wrestling, where the points are made up and the matches don't even matter anyway.
Mello is Gargano, fantastic NXT guy, but won't gain traction on the main roster. It just is what it is. Even Ciampa can't get anywhere.
Ooh.
Oh, juicy.
Why would you say something so bold?
Didn't Adam Cole get no love on the main roster? He never really got his chance, and that's more of a Vince thing than the fan base. And I think that might have hurt Gargano and Ciampa originally.
Well, now when I question this is people got over more, those guys got over more in NXT. Was that because that was the WWE version of the Indies, and that's where they got big to begin with? That's why they got signed. Versus Carmelo, Trick, Braun, or all guys, Tiffany, Fallon, or all people that are house-made, born and bred. We took you from out of nowhere and made you here. So I think that might be a different reaction.
Well, part of and we're going to cut this off in a couple seconds, guys, but I think part of that is, as a WWE fan, you see Brock Lesnar, you see Randy Orton, you see these big athletic Bobby Lashley, you see these big athletic genetic freaks walking out there. Yeah, I said it. And when then you get Gargano, you don't think Gargano is going to beat any, like, you have to hit money with a Rey Mysterio or Bryan Danielson. Like, those are those odd pockets, but you're so used to seeing big athletic guys, where NXT was the niche spot for kind of the smaller, faster, flippier guys.
It was AW, just better than AW.
It just produced better, yeah, for sure. Tomorrow on Dynamite, Queen Adamant. Is she really getting a match on Dynamite? Wow. Yes. Against Maria May, making her debut. OC versus Dante Martin. There wasn't a whole lot advertised for this. They just added Swerve versus Daniel Garcia today, this afternoon. And apparently, if you believe the dirt sheets, Sasha Banks should be there.
Is it interesting, though, that, and I know we're trying to head towards the door here, but is it interesting that coming out of World's End, that you have nothing advertised with Samoa Joe, your new world champion, and B, you also especially have nothing advertised with what's supposed to be the biggest storyline you've had going right now in your company with the Devil? Neither one's advertised.
Yeah, no, like, nothing's advertised, nothing being talked about it. We talked about the injuries playing a factor, and we don't know where it's going to go. They should have just at minimum said, like, Samoa Joe's going to be in the house. Like,
we'll hear from Samoa Joseph.
And we've gone through this before when AEW's had really good pay-per-views. We can't wait for the Dynamite, and the Dynamite then, I specifically remember my guy here a couple times being like, the fuck, I was just into this, and now we're here on Dynamite, and they're shit in the bed. Like, what happened? So I hope, World's End wasn't great, but we'll see what they're going to build now. They got a lot of build time, heading towards Revolution, which that's a lot of time.
Revolution is a mystery.
Right. Welcome. Anybody can join. There you go. Welcome.
There, just say hi. You join.
Just say hi.
Congratulations.
What's up, Jake? How you doing? Lady B, thank you. I'm surprised. Somebody asked about the tag titles. So the women's tag titles come back tomorrow, and we'll get into the whole situation about the women's tag titles and all that is AEW, and we'll find out if Sasha Banks is in the house. But folks, that is NXT New Year's Evil. Thought it was a good show. I enjoyed it. Might not have been what everybody wanted, but I liked it tonight. But that's it. We thank you all for being here. Check out all our links below. Be a part of the family. Go tell all your friends. We are growing. We did hit 3.3 tonight, and we are heading towards 4 and beyond. That's it. I'm out.
Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, but to put that 4 live with it.
Come back tomorrow. See you on the flip side. Good night.